Whole time. You know what I'm saying? Intellectual fly shit. You know what I mean? Just a young, smart nigga out here doing me. And all of that. But look.
This has its own magic.
I been that nigga ever since my mama water broke. Over my family, that chopper blow with a lot of smoke. It ain't no stopping, so tell your bitch that it's on the flow. Said I'm going postal, I'm vocal, pushing this envelope. I'm from a section where niggas pressing for what they rep. Gotta keep it texting, these streets be tested, we need progression. Gotta be invested with these investments to beat depression. Better keep your leverage, then keep it stepping and repeat the method. Yeah, city of champs, get your banners up. How little nigga, these rappers go get your status up. Give a fuck what they doing, better get your baggage up. I'm a Sean for them dark moments, look, I can't have enough. Yeah. Gotta show them that it's more than rap. Been a real nigga, but really ain't no reward for that. Play with my peace of mind, I go to war for that. However you niggas wanna do it, bitch, I'm with all of that. This time come, bitch, I'm on the way. They say that I couldn't, and I did it in their face. I just want the dollars, I ain't in it for the fame. She gon' get it if I say, could I really ain't your bae? Put it on my taste bud, sit it on the plate. She my little freak at the end of the day. I'ma need 100 million sitting in the bank. Need 100 million sitting in the bank. You see me thuggin', bitch, I do it with ease. Sliding with YB, feeling cool in the breeze. Putting on for my people what I do for the tees. And a real nigga always gon' do what I please. Stay firm, police, I never knew what I seen. Speaking cold, really, they'll never knew what I mean. Lil' baby want a ring, I see you as my queen. But shooting dice, the only thing I ever do on my knees. Listen, ayy, ain't talking money, then you lost me. Street nigga, look both ways before you cross me. Snowflake up on the wrist, it looking frosty. Big Birkin back on my bitch, she looking bossy. Hate to get up off me, really, they wanna stress me. Never be a bitch, my hood could never let me. Jesus on the piece, I sneeze, he wanna bless me. Keep it on a nigga, these suckers that never get me. This time come, bitch, I'm on the way. They say that I couldn't, and I did it in their face. I just want the dollars, I ain't in it for the fame. She gon' get it if I say, could I really ain't your bae? Put it on my taste bud, sit it on the plate. She my little freak at the end of the day. I'ma need 100 million sitting in the bank. Need 100 million sitting in the bank, yeah, yeah. Need 100 million sitting in the bank. Need 100 million sitting in the bank, yeah, yeah. Sitting in the bank. Need 100 million sitting in the bank, yeah.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, everybody? Episode 13. Episode 13. Damn, we on episode 13. Labor Day edition. Normally we out here on our TTE Tuesdays. Tuesday talks, but we moved it to the holiday today since, you know, thought we was gonna have more attendees. But same two faces. Plus Deuce, y'all see Deuce. We've had Deuce on a couple episodes, but I'm Sully. That's Spale. That's Deuce. That Cha-Cha?
Yeah, sir.
That's Cha-Cha down there. Deuce is on mute with a conversation right now, but we're gonna recap, man. Last week, week 12, talked about what did we covered last week? We had a pretty mixed bag last week. We talked about a little bit of everything. Talked a little bit about the NFL, got heavy on the NBA, some of the trades, some of the new signings, got a little bit of college football, which, man, I know you watched the Clemson game.
Yep, that was kind of, man.
Man, we all know Georgia always has a good defense every single year. That's
Yeah,
that's on the regulars, but
yeah.
a lot of people had big, high hopes for DJ coming into that game, replacing Trevor Lawrence. Man's choked. And I guess the only way he could go is up after having a game like that against one of the better defenses in the SEC. But man,
Yeah, the only touchdown was that pick six.
Yeah. My man's threw a touchdown to the other team. Dude, you gotta unmute.
You get this.
To WWE, AEW a little bit heavy. We gonna skip that. We're gonna save it for next week. There's a lot of movement over there that we're pretty excited to talk about. But this week episode's pretty straightforward, man. We're gonna get into the NFL. It's finally here. NFL is finally here. Not my favorite season, but I'm outvoted on this one in TTE. Got a whole bunch of NFL dudes in the group, so we're gonna roll with it. I ain't even mad. Why am I not a fan of the NFL? Because my team sucks. My team is butt.
Hey, so you have him muted?
Oh yeah, I got it muted. All right, we're gonna unmute. We're gonna unmute Deuce. Y'all punishment. What up, Deuce?
How you gonna be like, hey, you gotta unmute yourself, dude, and then you don't got me muted?
Hey, you was in the whole conversation, bro. I didn't want to interrupt that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the whole world to hear about whatever y'all was talking about. I didn't know what y'all was talking about.
That's all good.
But anyways, like I said, I'm outvoted when it comes to the NFL stuff because my team sucks. I'm an Eagles fan.
Facts.
Y'all ain't doing this or that. He said, "Ew, y'all ain't doing this or that." This man is a Carolina Panthers fan, so I'm gonna let everybody wait. Watch this episode, and y'all tell me whose team really sucks. Because my team got a Super Bowl win.
How many they been through though? How many years did they go?
Don't matter how many we went, we got one.
Did you guys go to one before we became a team? Oh, I think so. Did you guys go to one after we became a team? Like 25 years.
Do y'all have one?
Ding!
It's fine. Fine. Living in the past, I see.
He's also a Suns fan for those of y'all that watch the NBA.
Not a Suns fan.
In book, he
Not a
trusted,
Suns fan.
and in book, he got let down.
Yes, I'm a book fan.
But anyways, that's the recap. We'll go and hop into this or that, and then we'll roll from there. What's up, Ollie?
All right, this or that. All right, first one. Make the same mistake over and over again, or to never be given a second chance at anything.
The controller.
Never be given a second chance. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Never to be given a second chance.
Yeah, because that's fools make the same mistake over and over again. That's stupid.
That's
Like, what if
true.
it's an important thing that you keep making a mistake? You know,
That's true. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, at least if you don't get a second chance, like, fool me once, shame on you. You know, fool me twice,
Mm-hmm.
can't put the blame on you. Fool me 3 times, F the peace sign.
Load the chopper and let it rain on you.
Rain on you,
Mm-hmm.
yes, sir. Shout out Jermaine.
Jermaine.
Jermaine Cole. So
All
Serena says she wants a second chance. Second chance. What does that mean? I don't know what that
She used to
means.
do the same mistake. She wants to.
So you want to
repeat
do
the
this?
same
You
mistake.
want to
that
do the
was
same
Vita.
mistake over?
Vita says same. Vita says second chance. I don't know what that means, Vita.
That boy tripping.
Serena said, "Man, make the same one because they probably deserve that same mistake." Oh, damn! She makes the same mistake over and over. That's tough. Lord help me.
Like, what if it? Think about it. Like, what if it's like cooking? You know what I'm saying? Like you always messing up food.
You about to be
Over
eating
and
her.
over
You
again.
about to be eating her own messed up food.
Wasting the chicken
saying?
over and over again.
You feel me?
No, not my chicken.
Can't support, bro.
Merciless Kitty
Just don't
said,
give
"I
me a
need that
second
second chance." Yeah, I'm with y'all.
I'm good. I don't need that. If I ain't do it right the first time, then I don't need to.
Hey,
Yeah.
facts. If I mess up once, that's all I need.
Mm-hmm.
We just say I don't need a
Next.
second chance. It is what it is.
Yeah. All right, second one. Live the rest of your life with silent but uncontrollable gas, or loud but uncontrollable sneezing.
Ooh, loud, uncontrollable
Sneezing.
sneezing. Or
Definitely.
Or silent.
uncontrollable silent gas. Hey, everybody about to
Because-
smell that silent gas, bro.
Yeah, everybody getting that gas. Ain't.
Nah,
Because I
ain't
could
spreading.
always blame it on
sneezing.
somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you still gotta smell it though. That's the
Like
thing.
and
Like,
sneezing that's spreading germs, man. You know it's COVID right now. You know you can't be spreading
Yeah,
germs like
man.
all thinning the herd.
that.
I'm about to be like, ugh, Polly, ugh.
Like it is what it is. You smell you smell till you felt it,
Man.
man.
I'll definitely sneeze.
You
Big
sneezing,
I
hell
sneeze.
Bro,
no.
you gonna be mid-presentation, $1 million presentation.
Or you can be in a
It's
million, or you can be in $1 million presentation. You gonna fart, and then everybody,
silent. It's silent.
It's silent though.
I'm gonna look at the person
nah,
in the front and I'm gonna be like,
nah, because everybody
You
in
have
the
to,
back gonna
you have
know that
to,
it's coming
I'll
from
be like,
you. They gonna know. They gonna know. They gonna know it's coming from you.
Vita says sneezing. Serena says she sneezed loud anyways.
So you feel me?
Vita
nah, it
said
is what
because
it is, man.
I'll become unpleasant to be around.
And on top of that, you don't control your sneezes anyway. So
It's
ain't much changing.
uncontrollable, which means it's gonna happen almost all the time randomly.
You sneeze randomly anyway. Like, it's not
Hey,
like, oh, I want
bro,
to sneeze now.
everybody about to go in my rear. Everybody.
Mhm. Everybody, yeah, it's someone next to me. It is what it is.
About to smell this ass.
You gonna smell these McMuffins? All right, number 3. Know the secrets of space or know the secrets of the ocean.
Ocean.
Ooh,
Definitely the ocean.
Definitely the ocean.
damn.
Well, you're part of the Navy, so you're gonna have to say no. You have to say the ocean.
I don't have to. I just think they'd be tighter to know the depths of the ocean because, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I can become friends with a Godzilla down there, hey, I don't care who coming from space. Godzilla's smacking everybody.
Yeah, Aquaman.
You feel
What?
me?
Skitty says
Stop.
ocean. Serena says ocean. Vita says ocean. I agree. I'm gonna go with ocean just because I don't care what's out. I'm not gonna be in space anytime soon. I want to know
You feel me?
what's over there on the coast when I don't swim in regular pools. I get in the ocean.
I'm trying to get on my Aquaman, some in the depths,
You said trying
the
to find
creatures from the
Atlantis.
bottom.
Trying to find Atlantis and the creatures. V said, "Girl, just let me dive in your ocean." Ooh
Hell
yeah,
no.
ooh yeah. That's tough.
Next one. Sleepwalk every night or sleep talk every night.
Ooh, I already
Sleep
sleep
talk,
talk,
because
so I'm a sleep
you
talk.
can get into some trouble with sleepwalking,
You get in some trouble with sleepwalking.
bruh. For real,
Wait,
you
you
get in some trouble
sleepwalk?
with sleepwalking.
Oh, you can get
No,
in some
I just
trouble sleepwalking.
yeah, like you can be on some.
You can get in trouble in some sleep talking too.
Oh, that's just momentary uncomfort for the person you sleeping with. You sleepwalking, bro. You traveling, you doing stuff like you
He said
putting
that's
fish.
momentary uncomfort for the person you sleeping with.
Like, hey,
That's tough.
they'll
That's
get over
Oh, I'm
that.
tough.
weak.
Oh man,
And
that's
then and
tough.
on top of that,
Ooh.
think about how many times because if you start talking to people who sleep talk, they'll talk back. So you can just like really just mess with them, right? You actually have conversations. But niggas who sleep walk, they dangerous, bro.
They
This
dangerous.
was
And
Sarita said
wild card.
sleepwalk end up in somebody else's house.
You
Vita
feel
said,
me? You
Miss
getting
Miss
blasted.
Johnson, how you doing, wife? What the hell?
You feel me?
Hey,
You getting
I already sleepwalk. I already sleep talk. I sleep talk. So I'm just gonna continue with that. You about to
you
hear
feel
me
me?
continue to talk this shit. Serena be like, you play too much Apex. You be like, he's cracked. He's cracked.
All out.
He's one shot. He's one shot. I'm down.
Hey,
Rest me. Rest me.
bro. When I was in boot camp, I got traumatized and like started sleep talking at boot camp, bro. I was giving out commands and stuff. They was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Hey man, I don't know what to tell you."
It's
I was,
PTSD.
Reduce. You going through the same shit I'm going through. You know what's wrong with me.
uh,
You had to
they
run that
come
mile too, dog. You know.
hurt.
Sleepwalk
uh,
sleepwalk and end up robbing a bank. Oh man. Rena be sleepwalking to the extreme.
I'm just saying, like that's what you do though. Like you wake up, you got sponges in the fridge, you got dish soap in the
Sponges in the
microwave. You know what I'm
fridge.
saying? Just do random stuff. Like
That sounds like
that's
it happened recently.
I'm about to say that's very specific, man. I
I
think
mean,
you've
we all
done this
watch Step
before.
Brothers. We all watch Step Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you getting smacked with a Christmas tree, bro.
This fool got pillows in the oven.
Yo,
He got cushions in the oven.
you know what I'm saying, bro? You out there.
Oh
Sleepwalking
man.
too risky, bro.
Hey, I'm just picturing this fool Deuce at boot camp, just swole in a mug, waking up talking about, give me 50 push-ups.
Drop.
Oh man, sleepwalk like stepbrothers. She said, "I'm with Deuce." She out here trying to be sleepwalking. Hey, she sleep talk already, so
Yeah. All right. Next one. Have your paycheck in pennies, or have your paycheck delayed 2 weeks every time.
oh no, give me them pennies.
Yeah. Hey,
He said, "Give him pennies."
The monies is the monies.
I'll take them pennies. Cause they ain't say you can't cash that joint.
Hey, I'm about to be
The
right
little
at the
coin
Walmart.
machine.
Or
That little coin
matter of
machine.
fact, I'm about to be the annoying dude that shows up at the bank and be like, I need to make a deposit. I got a truck outside full
Sir,
of some coins.
Just
Nah,
sir.
pennies.
my man said delayed the check 2 weeks. Oh no.
Hmm.
Oh
I mean,
no.
if you really like want to get down with it, you could.
Need
If
me
you delay the
coins.
check, then that's just your. If you delay the check, then that's just when you normally get paid, and so you just offset it every. You know what I'm saying?
So you're gonna pay once a month, basically.
No, you still get paid twice.
Twice.
Yeah, you just get paid on the second week and
There's
the
just
fourth
gonna be
week.
1 month
You,
where you ain't gonna get nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to sacrifice that 1 month. They about to get these pennies. You about to have copper at your
oh,
local banks.
I'm yes, definitely. I'm with the pennies, but you just adjust your payments, I guess.
We said no, we don't know what you're saying, Deuce.
No.
No, them banks about to get this copper. Y'all gonna have an overage of copper because y'all ain't gonna have enough pennies to continue to pay me every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody gonna get it right.
Oh man. All right, last one. Michael Jordan or Tom Brady?
Ooh, Tom Brady.
What are we talking about?
I just hear two names of goats, and I'm going with Tom Brady.
Michael Jordan, Tom Brady.
I'm going with Tom Brady. Now, the reason I'm going Tom Brady
I'm going Michael Jordan.
is Tom Brady did it in how many different eras? The late 90s, early 2000s. Was he in the league in the late 90s? He was in the late 1999. Even if not, the early 2000s, 2010s, and now officially is the 2020. This man's done it in 3 different decades. 3 different decades.
I'm going Michael Jordan.
I'm going Michael Jordan because I don't like
I'm
Tom
going
Brady
Tom
because
Brady.
he
Going
beat us
Michael
in the Super
Jordan
Bowl
because
and
I can't forget about
he's our
Deflategate.
rival. Thank you.
Hey, I can't forget about Deflategate either. But usually when stuff like that
forget about
happen,
the year he cheated.
they just fall off completely. If they was cheating, they found out ways to continue cheating,
Mm-hmm.
and no one caught them. Nah, I gotta go Tom Brady. Tom Brady's just he did it with 2 different teams in two completely different eras. Oh no, man. Granted, that Tom Brady video that came out as of late probably sways it a little bit more towards Michael Jordan, but Trina said Peyton Manning. Oh Lord.
All right, so all right, that concludes this or that for this week.
And Vita went with Michael Jordan. Deuce went with Michael Jordan. Who'd you pick, Paula?
Michael Jordan.
Damn, I'm the only one on Tom Brady.
Can't forget Deflategate, man.
Or
Hey,
Spygate.
6 is
That's the one I'm
6.
really worried about. Spygate.
6 in the NFL is a lot harder than 6 in the NBA. How many does Tom have? 7? He has 7, right?
Yeah, 7.
The man has 7. It's hard enough to get 2 or 3 as a franchise, Carolina Panthers.
Damn.
This man has 7.
I mean, y'all don't got 2 or 3 either, so
We got more to you.
y'all don't got 2 or 3, so that was kind of a lame shot.
That's the reason everybody say Cam is washed because he didn't dive on the ball.
Damn.
That's fine.
He should have dove on the
That's
ball.
fine.
All right, man. Week 1, NFL opening weekend. We got the Cowboys versus the Bucks on Thursday Night Football. We've talked about this a couple times over the last couple weeks, but I got the Cowboys actually upsetting Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. What do y'all think? What do y'all think that game looks like? Who's going to be the keys of that game? Is it going to be an offensive, scoring game? We're going to have 40, 50 points put up. What's it going to look like?
Bucks about to whack them boys.
I got the Cowboys winning too.
Bucks are about to whack them boys.
The only reason why I'm going with the Cowboys, I think, solely on is Dak Prescott's comeback game.
Yep.
And he has everything to prove. I think he's going to put up like 350, 3 TDs against the Bucks. Usually the championship teams usually have a little slumber in the beginning, so that's the only reason why I'm going with the Cowboys. So
I agree. I think they get it out the way early. They got all their kinks out the way early, similar to how they did last year. But Vita said he said same Carolina conversation every time. Once we win it, it'll be finally. Hey, hell, you win it, we're gonna continue having the same conversation. But Deuce, why you got Tampa blowing them out?
Because
aside from the obvious
Cowboys.
reasons.
I don't think that the Cowboys running game is going to be there. Their offense is lackluster from what I've seen. And their defense is definitely lackluster.
You said the offense is lackluster?
Mm-hmm.
the new year,
besides
man.
Amari, and CD, like
with Dak coming back,
he's a top 15 quarterback, not a top 10 to me. So I don't think he got it.
Lackluster?
It's lackluster. Yeah.
Man was on pace
Tough.
for 5,000 yards before he got hurt.
They're very underwhelming.
underwhelming.
I'm
All right,
confused.
we'll see, man. Yeah, we'll see on that, man.
Because CeeDee Lamb, yeah. Amari Cooper, yeah. Can't forget about Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup is huge over there on that offense.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we're gonna factor out Zeke, because you said they ain't got a running game, Tony Pollard behind him performed great once Zeke did go down last year. I don't know. I Pollard's point, I think Dak Prescott just got way too much to prove to come out. He didn't scramble that much last year, anyways. Before he got hurt, it was really just a matter of I'm gonna throw the hell out of this ball. We're gonna win games.
I'm not a believer in it.
Oh, I'm not a believer in them, and like in general, I still got them winning that conference. But
Yeah.
We'll see. You know what I'm saying?
I hate to say
Yeah, we'll
that.
see, man. It's this Thursday, man.
We got a couple days away, but all right, man.
Yeah, Cowboys.
What we're also gonna do as a group, as TTEs, everybody's gonna pick their winners each week. We're gonna hopefully have somebody be able to get up on the show aside from just probably myself, be able to come out here and tell us who their picks are each week. All the way leading up to the end of the year, the Super Bowl. We're gonna have a Cream City kickback in Las Vegas for the Super Bowl, where the loser with the worst record gonna have to spin the wheel of consequences. We ain't got an official name of the wheel, but the wheel of consequences is gonna be the placeholder until we come up with an actual name.
Down in the chat, what y'all think the wheel should be called?
Oh yeah, put down in the chat. As a matter of fact, let's get into that. Yeah, I know Deuce got some next level punishments that he done thought up.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get some ideas on some punishments that we should add to that wheel. Probably threw out an idea of getting like the hottest chip on there. What else? What else? I think Vita said the group as a whole picks that one person's outfit, and they gotta go do karaoke with a song of their choice, a song of our choice, the winners. But what's something we should throw on that wheel? You got an idea what we should throw on that wheel, Deuce?
I didn't think about that yet. I'll get back to you.
For sure. Finally, the wheel of consequences.
Wheel of consequences, man.
What's one of the punishments we should throw on there? Also, chat if y'all got some ideas on punishments that y'all want to see on there. We're gonna stream all of that from Vegas.
I was thinking of putting like 2 Carolina Reapers in there.
Damn, you said 2 for the one person?
2 for the one person, Oos.
Oh my goodness, 2 Carolina Reapers.
That's gonna suck when the Packers. That's gonna suck when the Packers aren't gonna do anything and have the worst record.
Oh no,
it's gonna be funny if this Vita or Deuce has the worst record at the end of the year, and it all comes full circle, and they got to eat a Carolina Reaper. Oh man, so
man.
2 Carolina. So you talking about just the peppers itself?
Yeah, just the pepper itself.
Yeah, not even in a chip form, not in a noodle form, none of that.
Just the pepper itself.
I think people on YouTube do it.
I'll get a bag for it.
I seen people on YouTube do it.
We better get 100,000 views for that. All right, so I'm gonna throw in there 100 on-call butt scoots. Y'all know what butt scoots are?
No, you talking about like when the dog was like
scooting across the carpet? So me and my brothers used to do back in the day when we used to go to a restaurant. We used to see who could eat the most plates, like full plates, and whoever ate the least amount of plates had to do 10 on-call butt scoots, where you sit down and you scoot and you make an animal noise. On call, just randomly.
That's tough.
One of mine, the powder slaps.
Oh, the powder slap. What?
Some powder slaps up in that job.
This
whole everybody all present.
Slaps.
Powder slaps.
We taking turns.
Everybody slapping.
Everybody.
Dude, this fool Deuce over here going for pain. All right, I'm gonna do 20, 25. No, I'm gonna do 50 on-call butt scoots.
That's Dilla's choice, you know what I'm saying? How hard? I mean, we all men, you know what I'm saying? So you slap me hard, you know, I'm slapping you back.
You gonna feel it later the week. 50
on-call butt
scoots.
He said we're squabbling. Oh man.
Bro, I hope somebody gets the butt scoots. Now the on-call butt scoots, right? Anybody throughout the trip or even just randomly call Deuce and be like, hey, I need 5 butt scoots. You got FaceTime that person. Butt scoots, you gotta give them an animal. I'll be like, probably gonna be in the middle of the grocery store. Hey, Polly, I need 5 butt scoots with a gorilla sound.
With the chest pads.
That's gonna be tough.
Hey, imagine we in the middle of the strip. We decide to go down on the strip for an hour. Whoever lost, hey, Sefa, I need some butt scoots with some quacks. Sefa probably gonna have no shirt on. He gonna make it some sort of workout. All right, man. So we got 3 things added to the wheel of consequences, which we'll finalize it to like maybe like the 7 to 10 best punishments. We got 2 Carolina Reapers, powder slaps. I'm gonna make sure I'm winning, so I ain't getting powder slapped. Or 50 on-call butt scoots. We'll continue to build on that list every week. But all right, man, we're gonna get into the season. We're gonna go with some predictions. We already did it. We already did a couple episodes back. We're gonna go through each division, say who y'all have as the winner. And now that everyone's roster is pretty much shaped out, you know, all the cuts are made, all the final rosters are made going into week 1. We're gonna have you tell us why that team is gonna be the winner of their division. Cool?
Yes, sir.
All right, first division we're gonna go with is the AFC East. Bills, Dolphins, Pats, Jets. And this is going to be pretty unanimous. But Pilot, who you got for the AFC East?
Bills.
Hey,
Bills.
you two,
No,
Deuce?
it's no
Yes,
comp.
sir.
No comp.
I mean,
That's it.
do we really got to talk about why the Bills are going to win AFC
Yeah.
East? We got
Them boys
the
dog.
potential MVP candidate in Josh Allen. Stephen Diggs is coming back. I think the one
They didn't
area of
lose
question
nothing,
over
bro.
there, the one like area of question over there for me is their running back core. They kind of got a
Yeah.
running back by committee, Zach Moss, and who's their other
Singletary.
running back? Singletary. Devin Singletary. That's probably like the only area of question, but like when you got a dog and Josh Allen, that O line, that defense as a whole, they're a pretty strong team.
Yeah, they didn't really lose much.
Yeah.
Oh, they added a Breida too, Matt Breida.
Matt Brady,
Yeah.
speed back, north and
Mhm.
south runner. All right, cool. AFC East, we got the Bills. AFC West, Broncos, Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers. Deuce, who you got?
I got the Chargers.
Yes, sir. I think we're gonna be pretty
Got the
unanimous
Chargers.
on this one. Why do you got the Chargers?
Because they just continue to improve, man. And I honestly, like, I'm not gonna say the Chiefs aren't them boys. They are like they nice, but I feel like they're plateauing, and the league's catching up to the shock value of Mahomes.
Mhm.
Not gonna say that they're gonna stop Mahomes or shut him down by any means, but it's not wow. Like their
Yeah.
teams aren't in amazement by him anymore like that. And that's
Mhm.
usually what happens, right? Same thing happened to Cam. First 2 years, like he was out there doing dope things and everybody was like, wow.
Going
And then
4K like nothing.
slowly but surely everybody starts like the all factor wears off. And Justin Herbert, that boy is gonna be he's big. He's
Man,
gonna
Yeah.
be instrumental. The only thing I think they kind of like throws a wrench in that plan is Eckler with his I think it was Achilles injury.
coming back from his
I don't,
injury.
yeah,
Mhm.
coming back from that. Like I think that's the biggest setback. But if he can bounce back from that, well, then they should be straight. But if he
I,
can't,
I
like
What about
I think Eckler played like the end of the season too. I think it was like a meniscus tear or whatever.
yeah,
I remember him coming back last year, but I think he'll
yeah,
be fine next year.
it's gonna be interesting seeing that team for sure. I mean, I also got the San Diego Chargers for
and they
all
get
those
their
same
safety
reasons.
back too.
Yeah, all those same
They,
reasons. Derwin James is coming back 10 pounds heavier and didn't lose a step of speed. Like this man is
yeah,
built like Cam Chancellor now. He's not as tall. This man is built like Cam Chancellor, literally.
yeah.
Hmm.
I
At
think the Chargers
safety.
they gonna sneak.
Yeah,
They gonna sneak, folks. They about to start sneaking it.
Sounds like you got the
yeah.
Chargers too. Pilot, talk to us about reasons you got the Chargers.
It's solely on their defense. They have a better defense in that whole division. Um, in my
Perfect.
opinion, Justin Herbert is gonna pick off from where he left off last year, and Derwin James is just he's back.
Keenan
That's it.
Allen going Keenan Allen.
Hmm.
Keenan
They
Allen's going. Keenan Allen.
yeah, Keenan Allen's
Oh,
going
bro,
Keenan Allen.
that dude.
That
That
man
dude's
is
so
one of the
cold.
best route runners in the league. And
I
I
still
think
don't
that
understand how
his
he's so underrated.
man, I think his biggest problem was always he had a guy like Phillip Rivers throwing to him. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And Phillip Rivers throws in
Like,
such a high volume. And he's led the league in interceptions number of years. Where it's
yeah,
like sometimes that's
but
all they talk about.
even, even then,
Hmm.
like he was still putting up numbers, yo. Like he, he was still putting up like big boy numbers.
I think he only had
Hmm.
Um,
one season where he was unhealthy, 1 or 2 seasons where he missed a handful of games, but he
yeah,
still produced. So
still produce.
we're all going with the Chargers. It looks like the league is like Deuce said, catching up to the Chiefs. I think they're the shock value is I don't want to say it's gone, but I mean you can't ignore Travis Kelsey, Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, Clyde
Yeah,
Edwards-Helaire coming off of a second year or his first year as a rookie as a high pick of a being a high pick in the running backs. So we'll see what it looks like. The thing that doesn't change is that they don't have a defense.
Nope.
Is what it is.
It got worse.
Yeah. And they cut what's his name? Houston? Did they cut Houston? It was somebody over there that got like some sort of domestic violence case on their D line, their front seven that they ended up cutting, and he went to the Ravens. But that takes us actually into the AFC North. What do y'all win in the AFC North? The Ravens, the Bengals, the Browns, or the Steelers? I think this is probably one of the closer divisions. But that's not like take that with a grain of salt when I say one of the closer divisions.
Yeah.
We'll start with Pollard. Who you got? Who you got for the AFC North, Pollard?
The Browns, I'm gonna keep it. They're the most balanced team in that division. Baker's got to prove everybody wrong this year.
Facts.
After losing to Chad Henning in the playoffs. Oh God.
I think that says a lot about our expectations of the Browns, though, right? The fact that there's something to prove is not just making the playoffs now; it's making it beyond that first step of the playoffs. Because I mean, before we were talking about Johnny Manziel, and then before that we were talking about who the hell was they've had like 40 starting quarterbacks in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And the expectation was always, can this starting quarterback make it to the end of the season before we have another starting quarterback? So I think their franchise is definitely progressive for sure.
Yeah, and they get OBJ back too.
Yep.
Definitely.
OBJ.
That's gonna be OP, him and Landry.
Yeah, there was so much potential last year when he got hurt, man.
Yeah. They gonna spread the field.
Who you got, Deuce? Ravens, Bengals,
I got
Browns,
the
and
Browns.
Steelers.
I got the Browns, but like the thing that I see is, when that superstar comes on the field,
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes you have like the superstars, and then all of a sudden one of them gets hurt, and then like they start performing better, which the Browns did last year, right?
Landry.
If they can avoid that, I guess that way of playing where it's just like everybody knows what they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you're gonna throw here. You're gonna just because he's on the field, and if they can actually like have a diverse game plan to where they're just like hitting everything, then I think they'll definitely be assuring. But if like they get real predictable in who they're going to, when they're going to them, then that's when they're gonna like start to suffer.
Yeah, and you can't forget that they got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt back there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's one of the bigger name running back duos over there is Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Like when you got Nick Chubb running the ball north and south, he's able to gain 4 or 5 yards of carry, and then you change up back with the Kareem Hunt type running back who was killing it in KC before he got cut. He's what 2 years removed from that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
They also added Jadeveon Clowney over there on the other side of Myles Garrett, who I don't think Jadeveon Clowney is a good number one on the defensive line. But when you put him next to a dude like Myles Garrett, like
Against the true number one, oh yeah,
yeah,
a real number
potential.
one, it's gonna be scary, man. Malik McDowell's over there, Anthony Walker. It's gonna be scary, man. It's gonna be scary to watch.
I had such high hopes for Clowney, and then like he's just to me kind of just underperformed since he's been in.
Yeah.
Like, so I hope he has a standout year. Like, and he's getting older too.
I don't know what it's been,
But
man. I think to me his best year was when he was in Seattle.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
apparently he wasn't happy over there, which is kind of surprising because it was like you were the most productive, you had your best season, you had the most impact on the defense.
Like I
But
thought when he was on the Texans, like him and JJ were about to be, oof,
yeah,
but
he couldn't stay on the
he just
field.
underperformed. Yeah, he just
yeah,
underperformed. He was hurt, all that.
They still got Rashad
yeah,
Higgins over there, who's
yeah.
another receiver that's just ready to take a number one, number two spot from anyone. Don't they still have a David Njoku?
Yeah,
I think
and
I think
Joko
so.
and
Yeah.
Austin Hooper.
Njoku to me was the biggest disappointment last year because it's like dude came in, you're built like a Calvin Johnson tight end. He runs as fast. He runs like a 4.4, 4.5. And he's just didn't perform at all.
Yeah. He's kind of like the OJ Howard
Yeah.
of the
Of
Bucks.
the Bucks.
We thought he was gonna be good, and then Gronkowski came in and took his spot easily.
Yeah, like you brought in a couple of guys that know their role, that know where to get open, how to get open, knows how to sit in windows. OJ Howard was just too busy trying to make the big plays. Like,
And then Austin Hooper came in and then just took over Njoku's spot, and yeah, it's just a whole
fundamentally
But
sound.
Hooper is nice though. Hooper is
Yeah.
nice.
Oh yeah.
That boy solid. That boy solid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they also got that rookie linebacker that fell to them from Notre Dame. I forgot what his name was. Yeah, he has a chip on his shoulder.
Oh, so we're all right there with the Browns. AFC South, man. AFC South. We're gonna stay in the AFC. We're gonna wrap it up there with the Texans, the Colts, the Jaguars, and the Titans.
I'm gonna say the Titans again.
Yeah,
Because
I'm gonna go
at
with
first
Titans.
I thought the Colts were about to be there, but the way their offseason ended up finishing, like I don't. I'm like,
Similar to any team that Carson Wentz is on.
Yeah,
you know, damn.
It looks like he's gonna be ready to play week 1. Carson
yeah.
Wentz.
Hopefully,
If he is, then I think I got them edging it. If he's playing week 1.
Damn, you haven't making that much of a difference in comparison to the Titans.
They have a defense.
Sheesh.
I did
That's true.
until he got hurt. I did until he got hurt.
That
And
makes
it's
sense.
like,
That makes sense.
Yeah,
like if he would have been able to stay healthy through the offseason and actually have like a clean offseason, because like since he got hurt that first year in Philly, he's been hurt every year.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's facts. Every single year.
He's every
Yeah.
year he's been hurt. So it's like, yo, if he can just stay healthy, then it's like, all right, bet.
he has the top O line to do it.
What's
he's
crazy?
gonna,
What's
like,
crazy
be
is
crazy.
I don't think we've ever talked about a quarterback be hurt as frequently as Carson Wentz has been hurt, but still be picked ahead of a lot of other guys and have an impact like he's had. Like, I don't think
It's
we've
because
ever seen a quarterback like that.
It's because he can, like, and he does.
Yeah.
But it's just you can't. You're ineffective off the field.
Yeah. And I mean,
So
for the sake of Philly fans, I think the biggest blessing in disguise was him getting hurt and Nick Foles taking over in the playoffs. Because I think around the end of the season, people started to catch a little bit of, okay, we kind of know what's going on with Carson Wentz. We cut off that roll to the right, force him left, over just a little bit, put a little bit of pressure in his face. He's gonna make an errant throw sooner or later, which the last couple of games he started doing. Yeah. I think the biggest blessing in disguise was bringing in Nick Foles and saying, "Hey, here's a quarterback y'all ain't never seen. Run this offense
recently.
Yeah, run this offense."
That boy, hey, Foles a dog, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Foles is one of my favorite quarterbacks. Yeah, he's a dog, bro. He goes places and then like, oh, you're not gonna start, and then he come out and start balling harder than everybody.
By the time week 3 comes around, it's like Nick Foles is gonna be taking over the starting job over Mitch Trubisky.
Bro. He be balling, and it's funny because like once he balls until he gets the starting spot, and then he starts messing up.
And then he starts playing like trash.
Dude, it's so funny. Biggest underdog, self-imposed underdog in the league.
It sounds like we're pretty unanimous on the Titans, unless Carson Wentz can be healthy week 1 and stay healthy throughout the season.
Yeah.
It's crazy because the Titans,
that line.
With as many big names and offensive weapons as the Titans have, they're still not the clear favorite in even the AFC South, much less the AFC as a whole.
It's that age-old like dream team thing. Like you can have all the superstars you want, but do they really perform well together? Do they mesh?
On paper, it looks great.
On paper, it looks love. In Madden, it's great.
Madden have that many X factors on the offense. It's amazing.
We got now real life.
Yeah, for me, it's kind of like they're the AFC Falcons of when they
had Roddy White.
Yeah, Roddy White, Julio, Devontae Freeman.
Ooh, that's tough.
That
Steven
boy wild for
Jackson
that.
for a little bit.
Matt Ryan is kind of like Tannehill. I mean, you can't really.
That's tough. That's tough.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
funny.
like Ryan Tannehill because he took Mariota's job on some BS.
And that's the crazy part. I don't even think Mariota was doing that bad. Like
He got hurt.
he really
He got
wasn't.
hurt.
Like
He
he
got I think
wasn't
it was a
doing bad.
concussion. I think it was a concussion. He got a
Yeah,
concussion. He was out 2
Mhm.
weeks. Ryan
and it
Tannehill
never.
comes in. Tannehill comes in and does the same thing that Mariota was doing. And instead of saying, okay, our franchise quarterback is healthy, let's put him back in there. They said, hey, let's just keep the guy that's doing what he was doing, what our other quarterback was doing. Let's just keep him in there.
Dog, that's so crazy to me. Cause he was actually balling for the Titans. I
He
was like, yo, he
was like,
getting busy.
he had beat the
Like he
Chiefs in
did
the
that,
playoffs the year before.
dog.
He
That
all right,
joint was
man.
wild.
AFC to
Mhm.
wrap it
And
up. So we got the Bills, the Chargers, the Browns, and the Titans. Before we move to the NFC, I want to talk about a big what if. Where would Andrew Luck be today if he had stayed with this Colts team and not retired? If he took not necessarily not retired, if he took a year, like everybody was saying he was going to do when he retired, took a year, got healthy, came back to this Colts team in place of Carson Wentz, what would we be looking at?
Um,
definitely a Super Bowl contender.
Because
same.
Andrew Luck was built different.
I'll say it definitely would be a Super Bowl contender for sure. Like
Sheesh.
they
I think
they
he.
they they definitely in the Super Bowl.
Damn.
I think. I think. Mahomes' first year in the playoffs, he lost to Andrew Luck was playing
Andrew
him,
Luck.
and he lost.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Andrew Luck
So
beat them by himself. Like,
Yeah, he was balling.
this man picked up a fumble from his running back on the 2 yard line and dove in with it. That's
yeah,
wild.
He was he was getting
he
after
made
it.
Ty.
Yeah, he really did make Ty.
hmm
Yeah.
Man,
Oh,
the big
I
what
say they
if.
definitely in the Super Bowl.
What
I say
if?
they definitely would be in the Super
I
Bowl.
I think they stayed where they were.
He just says
Not
the
much of a
team isn't
difference.
guaranteed to be built the same with him here. Right, we know that for sure. But I'm saying, like, hypothetically speaking,
What if
Yeah.
the
What
if
team
if?
we're
was built the
just
same, Vita?
if all we're doing is taking Carson Wentz and replacing him with Andrew Luck and all the potential that we saw in Andrew Luck. Because man, he was one that I was just like, damn, that might be the face of the league.
hmm
Like
He
seeing
was
his
shaking up
mic'd
the team.
up, the way he played, like this man was
That
just different.
the coach got a Peyton Manning 2.0. Like, for real.
Vita said that wasn't Mahomes, that was Alex Smith at quarterback.
Oh, okay. Well,
All right, that's our what if segment for the AFC. The AFC is Andrew Luck. What if you didn't retire, dog? Good for you though. Go get healthy.
Go
uh
tend your chickens, boy.
Yeah. Protect your chickens. Alex Smith was a quarterback that game. Luck beat KC. So NFC East is where we're gonna start in the NFC. Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, and the Washington football team. Deuce
The
doesn't believe in the
Washington football
Cowboys,
team.
but
I got the Washington football team
ooh, talk to me. You gotta talk to me about it. Washington
because
football team. Their defense is nasty.
defense is nasty.
They
Like,
got Fitz Magic over there now.
and then like I didn't see them make any bad moves offensively. Like Fitzmagic, he is Fitz. Like if you give him something to play with, then he's gonna play and he's gonna ball. Like we seen him when he was down in Miami. We seen anywhere he's been basically.
That's true.
Bucks
Anywhere
when
he's
he was
been.
with, when he was at the Bucks, he was balling. You know, he was getting busy, getting after it. And I think I just like what Ron Rivera like. He he's gonna be very pivotal in just getting that team continued greatness. But like they as the year went on last year, they got better and better. Like they
Yeah.
just played better.
It's hard to bet against Ron Rivera too. He's the type of guy like I look at him like a Monty Williams in the NBA. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
like,
the dude is just inspirational.
and you know that he, like, he's just gonna coach well. Like he doesn't really get out coached too often.
Yeah.
Uh, like the whole tenure he was at the Panthers, like I don't think he ever really got out coached. I think that our players just soiled it. Like they tried to do too much at certain times, or uh, just a
They didn't
lackluster.
dive on fumbles.
That one fumble wasn't gonna win us the game. Like
Show wasn't, but it might have gave a little bit of energy to them dudes that was getting beat up in the front seven.
it wouldn't have. That fumble would not have changed the outcome of the game.
Vita said
The
if Ron
outcome of the
doesn't
game.
develop well, that's his issue. I think the benefit that he has with this team though is he doesn't necessarily have to develop. He has
Yeah,
a Curtis
exactly.
Samuel over there. He has a J.D. McKissick. Antonio Gibson is their star running back. Not their star running back, but their starting running back. Antonio Gandy Golden is coming off of a great first year. Scary Terry.
Then you
We can't
got
ignore Scary Terry on the offensive end. And then let's talk about the defense, man. Defense is nasty. That front seven. What?
dog,
Let's just call
Yeah,
it the front
dog.
four.
Them
probably
boys
the best in the league.
Man, Montez
collectively,
Sweat.
yeah, collectively.
Who else? Chase Young. Like, what? Yeah, their defense is just nasty. All right, so Deuce is going with the Washington football team. Vita, fumble, fumble, fumble. Go look at every drop pass in the Super Bowl. Ted Ginn, red zone drop. Hey, all it amounts to is an L.
It was still an L. Didn't matter.
All right, Pilot, who you got winning the NFC East? Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, or the Washington football team? Deuce with the Washington football team.
Cowboys. I
Sticking
think
with the Cowboys.
I picked Cowboys. I think they just get more divisional wins. That's it.
Plain and simple. Plain and
That's
simple.
that's it.
Like
They just get more division
whole
wins.
division going 8-8, but the 8 that they win is the division.
Yeah, the whole division.
Ah,
Yeah, I think they just edge it out, but it's mostly due to winning the division.
okay. Vita says Jericho
That's
2
fair.
drops, one at the goal line, and first on that led to the next play, strip sack from Vaughn. If my team is in the NFL since 1960, I hope I have more than one Super Bowl. You sound like somebody that don't have a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Anyway,
This sounds like an L still.
I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go with the Cowboys too. I'm hoping Van Der Esch is coming back, staying healthy this year. I'm hoping that D line actually goes and does something this year. I don't want to see. Obviously, I want to see my Eagles come out and at least finish 500. We're not projected to go 500. But Michael Gallup, I think Michael Gallup has a breakout year this year. I think CeeDee Lamb emerges as the number one receiver. Amari Cooper kind of takes a step back, being that number two. Zeke is a. We'll probably get into this topic a little bit later as far as being on the hot seat, but I think Zeke is a dude. If he doesn't perform this year, he might be gone. He might be gone next year. Jerry Jones is he's an ego owner, so he'll probably keep him a year longer than he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Zeke is the one to keep an eye on this year and how he performs. He has no excuse not to come out and get the very least 1,200 yards rushing. At the very least. So, NFC West.
Okay.
Cardinals, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks. This to me is probably the tightest division in the NFL. Who you got, Polly? Who we starting off with the Cardinals, the Rams, the Niners, and the Seahawks?
I got the Rams. Just because offensively they're there. I don't know. I mean, the Seahawks defensively is horrific. They're gonna stay horrific. I didn't see no changes. 49ers, it's just with Jimmy G. It's up with Jimmy G. just when they're gonna bench him.
Sooner he gets benched, the better chance they have.
Yeah, and then the Cardinals, I don't see nothing special with them. adding older players is not gonna really help that team. Like J.J. Watt, A.J. Green, both injury prone.
They
Can't really
made a blockbuster trade for D-Hop last year just for him
not to
to
make the
produce.
playoffs.
Yeah, not to produce the way they thought he was going to.
Mm-hmm.
But
and then the Rams, they just defensively they're number one in the league last year, and then they add Matthew Stafford, a pass heavy guy with all those weapons. It's gonna be unstoppable, man. And they get Sony Michel from the Patriots,
that was
which
a
was
huge
a sleeper,
trade.
which was a sleeper trade, and that really helped them out because now they got a running game.
Yeah, in all of my fantasy
So,
leagues, by like the 9th or 10th round, Sony Michel was still sitting there. And like
yeah, that's the
at that
sleeper
time,
pick.
people had already taken Henderson, thinking that he was going to be the number one running back, and I'm just like, Sony Michel's still sitting there. You don't trade for a guy like that and put him on the bench.
Yeah.
This ain't the NBA. Like, you're not going to trade for him and then sit him at number 2 or number 3 in the depth chart.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to get him late in the 9th, 10th round in fantasy drafts, luckily.
Yeah.
I think I gotta go with the Niners. No, I'm gonna stick with the Rams. I could stick with the Rams. I think Matthew Stafford fits a lot better with that offense than Jared Goff did. I think Sean McVay is way too creative for Jared Goff's good. I think if Jared Goff was with a team like the Patriots, he would probably fit almost perfect with the Patriots in the way Belichick likes to run his offense.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with being in such a creative offense like Sean McVay's, I think it was almost at a disadvantage to the play callers, and it was at a disadvantage to Jared Goff because they just couldn't be as creative as they probably wanted to be. So now that they got Stafford over there, I think that makes all the difference. And I got the Rams. Who you got, Deuce? Cardinals, Rams, Niners, and Seahawks in the NFC West.
Kind of a toss up for between the Rams and the 49ers, like you, because the 49ers actually just picked up Josh Norman.
Mm-hmm.
So
yep, I just saw that.
he's gonna be a solid corner.
I
Like
think that's an upgrade. That's an upgrade
Yeah.
from Richard Sherman at this point in their
especially
careers.
now. Yeah, especially now
Mm,
because the reason why is because he's a system corner. Like he's not your island corner that you think that just follow anywhere, but he'll ball out and cover everybody if it's a system in the system.
Yeah.
Like he did it with the Panthers, he did it with the Redskins, he did it with the Bills. Like he always was a top corner if they play the system right.
Plus, I think it's
offense
heavily
for the
dependent on the safeties for him. I think Josh Norman goes as the safeties go.
Yeah. And then the offense for the 49ers, like you guys said, Jimmy G, like he's the variable. Like if he's trash, then the team's trash. If he's
mm-hmm.
good in playing, then team's good in playing.
Yeah.
But like you said, Matt Stafford with Sean McVay, like we saw what Matt Stafford would do with the Lions, and now you actually give him an actual team that can go ball. Like
He had a
that is gonna go ball.
defensive minded
And
coach in Matt Patricia in Detroit. Now he's
Mm-hmm.
coming to a creatively offensive coach in Sean McVay.
Arguably the best offensive coach. Like it's gonna be crazy. So
Mm-hmm.
on that one, I can't choose.
Yeah, 3-1, buddy.
I can't choose. I'll probably just go with the Rams because I feel like that's more of I can depend on Matt Stafford being Matt Stafford more reliably than I can depend on Jimmy G being a good Jimmy G.
That makes sense.
If that makes sense.
It's really just coming down to the reliability of the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Because Matt Stafford can go out there and get a dub. Like he'll get a dub.
All right, so we're pretty unanimous. I think we've been pretty unanimous across the board through every division. So hopping into the NFC North, no bias, Bali. The Bears, the Lions, the Packers, and the Vikings. We're gonna start with Deuce before we go over to the cheesehead over there.
I'm gonna say the Bears.
Ooh, the Bears.
Yeah,
Oh, the
I'm gonna say the
Panthers
Bears.
suck.
Andy Dalton. I think Andy Dalton's the starting quarterback over there. I don't think it lasts. By week 3 or 4, I think Justin Fields will get his
Yeah,
chance.
I I in origins wise, because like the Bears, like they're not a bad team. Uh, I feel
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
drama, the drama in the Packers locker room is gonna spill over to the field more, like with just everything that's going on. If they didn't have that, then I would definitely say the Packers. But I feel like that we'll see that come into effect as the season goes.
I would make that a point of emphasis if it was a problem last year because it's been a known problem since they fired y'all coach 2 years ago. It's been a known issue even before that. So I think if it was an issue the last 2 years, I mean he came out and performed like an MVP last year. I could agree with it, but I think that's the thing that
He didn't sit
I'm
out
like,
though. He didn't like leave the team last off season. Then
I mean
he was gone this off season.
he
He was
smashed the
out of
front
there.
office in every interview he got, every opportunity he could, especially after they drafted Jordan Love. Like this
Mm-hmm.
man expressed wanting to retire a Green Bay Packer and wanting a little bit more, development around skill players, around Devontae Adams, Allen
Yeah,
Lazard, Valdez Scantling, and they went and drafted Jordan Love as their first pick. And he was just like, "Oh, word, that's what we doing? Y'all are gonna Brett Favre me? That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy." Which, I mean, it is what it is. I think I gotta
I mean, but
go.
he did the Brett Favre. He Brett Favre.
He sure did Brett Favre, Brett Favre.
Yeah, like
And I mean, hey, he
that
came
man
in and
turned.
led him to a Super Bowl.
Yep.
So I mean, apparently the franchise is okay with Brett Favre and their quarterbacks if it's going to lead them to a Super Bowl. And I do think Jordan Love is that dude over there.
Mm-hmm.
I traded Aaron Rodgers to the Eagles. This fool Vita probably was mad. That's tough.
Yeah, Vita, you can hold these, all right?
All right, I'm gonna go with the. Ooh, I'm gonna go with the Packers with the Vikings very, 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 very close behind, like a 1 or 2 game difference behind them. And the reason being is the Vikings defense. I
It's
don't
healthy
know.
now.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about them. Whether they're healthy or unhealthy, they're still always a top tier defense every year.
It's because Mike Zimmer's a defensive guru type coach, so
He knows how to get the best out of his guys, and that's why I can't ignore the Vikings, man. Dalvin Cook is coming off of his first really healthy year into this year. Justin Jefferson was a breakout receiver last year. Adam Thielen, I think, is starting to lose a step. I think he's getting a little bit older. So I think, Justin Jefferson is definitely going to take some of that weight off of him. Um, my only problem, which has me edging the Green Bay Packers over the Vikings, is Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is always, I never liked him as a quarterback. I don't know, he just doesn't do it. He doesn't push it over the edge for me. Vita says Packers win by a 4-game margin easy. Vikings will be far second, but close enough for a 7 seed. I don't know, man. I think the Vikings, if everything goes well, I think they'll be maybe a game or two behind the Packers.
yeah.
Where you at, Vale? Do we even need to ask?
No, you don't need to ask. It's gonna be Packers. No competition.
in in
Deuce,
in
your
in
pick.
your non biased view, why the Packers?
Um, I don't fear the other teams like that. The Vikings, like you said, they're gonna be very close because they're really healthy now, and Kirk Cousins is not gonna do it for them though. So
Yeah,
Bears are gonna Bears. They suck.
they've been so
Um,
they've been so good on paper every year, and can never come through.
mm-mm. And then the Lions, we all know what's with the Lions. They got Jared Goff.
We're gonna come back to
So,
the Lions later in the hot seat talk.
hmm
We're going with the
so
Packers
yeah. hmm
in the cheese he trusts. He's head through and through. NFC South. NFC South. This will wrap it up for the NFC, and then it'll move us into a different conversation. But the Falcons, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Bucks. We're gonna start with Deuce. Do we need to ask?
Nah.
My man is
Keep
staying
pounding,
true and
baby.
going with the Bucks, or going. My bad, with the Panthers. Excuse me. Going with the Panthers. Keep pounding. Talk to us why your Panthers are gonna win the NFC South.
Kind of like what Paulo said. The other teams just don't strike fear, especially like the Falcons are the Falcons. Nah.
Hold on. Say it
Saints.
again. Say it again.
The Falcons are the Falcons.
No
Like,
other team strikes fear.
I'm not worried about the Bucks.
Ooh.
I'm not worried about them. Not at all.
You can't
They're
make the same argument as me and say you're not afraid of the Bucks. If the
Hey,
Bucks
I
were in
can
my
and I
division,
did.
I would say the
talk your
Bucks.
tacos. Talk your talk. Talk your
I
talk.
can and I did.
That's
I can and I
crazy.
did. Nah,
That is
I don't.
crazy.
We like. I'll get to the Bucks, but like the Saints, they lost a lot with losing Drew Brees.
They're not
Like
gonna have
that's
Michael Thomas for like 8 weeks.
yeah. So like that's definitely to me not necessarily a concern, a big concern, for them winning the division because like that first half of the season is really up in the air.
Yeah.
But
Plus, I
for the
think Drew
Bucks,
Drew Brees equates 5 wins on his own. You can
yeah,
attest to that, seeing him every single year in your division.
yeah. And then the Bucks, like I think it's one of those the league's gonna catch up, like is going to catch up and will catch up, uh, especially in our division. We always play like real tight, but for the Panthers' sake, like we made a lot of big moves on defense to elevate our front seven. Uh, like our D line is gonna be really one of the ones to watch this year for sure. Our linebacking core got a lot better, and then our rookie of the year, in Jeremy Chin, is actually gonna be able to play back and say like at the safety spot and like diligently just do what he's supposed to do at the safety spot. The rookie JC Horn, he's from what I've seen in film just this preseason, like that boy, he's like that, and he's gonna be one of the ones that is a standout DB for probably years to come. Of course, he's gonna have his rookie moments of just being the wrong spot, wrong place. Like that's to be expected. Us picking up Sam Darnold with our offense, I think that he's gonna actually like prove a lot of people wrong and just show people like, yo, I'm not trash. I was just on a trash team. Like, like,
A trash franchise in the trash city.
like I mean, I felt like he's gonna be very Matt Stafford-esque and like actually being able to perform with a team behind him.
Think about his
Not saying
face, bro.
not saying he is Matt Stafford. Like that's still yet to be seen. But I'm saying like
Ooh.
actually having a team where he like I just got to go play now. Like I don't have to worry about getting smacked within the first 2 seconds of me saying hike, or not having a receiver in the right spot, or like being able to run routes and diligently catching the ball, and then actually having a defense behind them now. Yeah, got the Panthers. Not worried about the Bucks.
Think about his face, bro.
Them niggas.
Hey man, hey.
She'll take Usman. I ain't gonna hate on it, man. That's you, man.
Hey man, hey, hey, talk your talk, man. Talk your talk.
Yeah,
It's you know what I'm saying. That's your take. I
yeah.
respect it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about comparing Matt Stafford to a Sam
I'm saying
Darnold. Sam
situation.
Darnold is that dude.
I'm
I
saying
think so.
same situations. Not. I'm not saying
We'll see,
Darnold is
man.
a Matt Stafford.
Lucid Gamer, thanks for the follow, man. So my biggest trouble started with, so Vita said we had 3 wideouts with 1,000 yards last year. Joe Brady knows his cause. I'm not doubting that Joe Brady knows his cause or Sam Darnold is the missing piece. But at the end of the day, when you have Tom Brady in year 22 coming into his 22nd, 23rd season off a Super Bowl where he wasn't even the best player, off of a year where he was not the best player by far. They returned their defense, young and healthy. Devin White, that whole D line, Vita Vea, Jason Pierre-Paul with his 6.5 fingers, like that secondary, like I don't know, man. I think that'll be the difference for me, right? Like I think the Panthers will be there. I think the Panthers will finish like 11-6, 12-5. I think that's where I got the Panthers finishing purely
I wouldn't
because
call
of
it.
A, and it's going to be
That boy
purely
hater.
because they're going to be able to. I think, and this is going to probably be bold, but I think y'all are going to score more points on defense some games than you do on offense. That's with Christian McCaffrey. That's with Sam Darnold. I think your defense is going to pull you through some games that you probably shouldn't win. And that's just where I'm at. But I'm looking at the Bucks, man, and I think they're the clear favorite in that division. The Falcons are nothing to worry about. The Saints are nothing to worry about. Completely valid points there. Losing Drew Brees and not having Michael Thomas, the best receiver on that team and probably in that division for the last 4 or 5 years, you're taking away a lot. You're almost taking away 5 or 6 overall points on Madden by taking away Drew Brees and Michael Thomas. So then the Falcons are the Falcons. I think Kyle Pitts is going to have a hell of a year. Kyle Pitts is going to come out and perform as the highest tight end ever taken in the draft. He's pretty much built like a damn receiver playing tight end. I think Kyle Pitts will have a hell of a year, but it's a whole nother conversation we're going to talk about with the Falcons in another topic we're going to talk about after this. But the Bucks to me are just the clear favorites, man. I got to go with the Bucks. Where you at, Polly?
Yeah, I got the Bucks. I think they're gonna win that division by like five games, 5 or 6 games. I don't think any. I don't think any other team in that division is gonna make the playoffs. I just I don't see it.
I think the games
I
the Bucks are going to lose. I want to say they're going to lose because they're going to get bored. They're going to lose because they're going to be trying some shit that they shouldn't be trying.
yeah,
But Vita says,
but
not
yeah.
bold. We got a top 10, borderline top 5 defense this year. We're going to score on D. We'll see, man. We'll see. That kind of wraps it up for the NFC. We got the Panthers as one pick, the Bucks as the unanimous. We got the Packers. I think the NFC North is probably where we were the most split. We got the Bucks, or we got the Bears, the Packers, and the Vikings as the picks. NFC West, we were with the Rams pretty unanimously, with the 49ers as a close second. Then the NFC East with the Washington football team and the Cowboys. I think the NFC is probably where we were the most separated amongst our picks. But
Mm-hmm.
going into just the conference now, who do y'all have winning the conference? We'll start where we left off in the NFC. Who's winning that conference? Who's the last teams, the last 2 teams in that conference championship, and who takes it to the Super Bowl? We'll start with Deuce.
I'll say the Chargers and Bills, and then the Bills are gonna edge the Chargers out to go to the chip.
Damn. Chiefs ain't even in the conversation. The Chargers and the Bills. I like it. So we're gonna go starting the AFC. Chargers, Bills. With the Bills edging out the Chargers into the Super Bowl. Sheesh. All right, Polly, who you got in the AFC? Who's gonna be the last two teams there, and who's gonna take it into the Super Bowl?
I got the Bills and the Browns, and I got the Browns edging it, going to the Super Bowl.
Damn, the Browns in the Super Bowl. Sheesh.
The Browns to the Super Bowl.
That's tough. So I looked at it. My original pick was the Titans. I think I had like the Titans and I don't know who else I had. The Titans and the Chiefs, I think. I'm gonna go with the Chargers and the Browns right there in the end. And I got the Chargers going to the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
Chargers in the Super Bowl. And it's not going to be, they're not going to win their divisional championship, their conference championship because of Justin Herbert. They're going to win it because of their defense. I think Justin Herbert goes to the playoffs and doesn't shine until he goes to the Super Bowl, and that's when he has an opportunity. So I don't think he shines in the playoffs his first year. I got the Chargers going to the Super Bowl. All right, back to the NFC. NFC, Pilot, talk to us. I know you probably got the Cheeseheads right there in the conference championship, but who y'all playing? Who's the Green Bay Packers playing? We'll call one of your
We're gonna be playing the Rams.
Ooh, Packers Rams conference championship.
Yep, and then we're gonna go to the Super Bowl, of course.
Browns and the Packers in the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I never thought I'd say those two teams in the same sentence when it comes to the Super Bowl. Browns and the Packers. All right, Deuce, who's the Panthers playing in the conference championship?
I got the Rams as well.
Yeah,
the Rams.
The Panthers and the Rams in the conference championship, NFC conference championship. So are we gonna have a Bills Panthers Super Bowl?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, that's all bias, man.
All bias in the NFC. We here for it. Hey, we here for it. We wouldn't be fans of our teams if we didn't pick for them unless you're an Eagles fan. All right, man. So for me in the NFC conference championship, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with the Bucks. I'm gonna go with the Bucks and the Rams. Bucks and the Rams. Brady McVay are gonna run it back in the conference championship like they did in the Super Bowl, in the most boring Super Bowl we've ever seen. And I think the Rams come out on top. It's gonna be a Rams Chargers Super Bowl.
LA Super Bowl.
It's gonna be a LA Super Bowl.
In LA?
It's in LA this year?
It's in LA this year.
Look how that played out. LA Super Bowl in LA. Hey, for the sake of narratives, that would be dope. Tampa Bay already did the unthinkable and had a home field advantage at the Super Bowl. They won it. So we're gonna have two LA teams playing for the Super Bowl this year?
Tough.
That's crazy. All right, man, we're gonna take it into, we talked about our playoff predictions, we talked about the conference breakdown, division breakdown. We're gonna go into the award winners. Who do y'all have winning MVP this year? And why? We'll start with Polly.
I got Patrick Mahomes winning MVP.
Ooh, Patty Mahomes.
Just because of those weapons. I don't know who can really stop that offense, honestly. And he's really unpredictable offensively. So I'm going to go with Patty Mahomes.
Andy Reid is the Mike D'Antoni of the NFL, man. The best defense is offense. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. All right,
he might throw for like 55 or 60 touchdowns this year.
55 or 60. I'm actually a little surprised he hasn't done that already. I'm a little surprised he hasn't done it.
How many of those are going to be shovel passes?
Man, to Travis Kelce.
On the 3-yard line. On the 3-yard line.
He's done 50 already.
with
Man,
majority, with a lot of them being shovel passes on like the 3 yard line.
to Travis
Like,
Kelsey, he's had like 10 or 12 of them.
It is what it is, though. You get a touchdown, you get a touchdown.
Hey, as long as it gives me fantasy points, I'm here for it.
And that's as long as they score. That's point of the game.
Who you got winning the MVP this year, Deuce?
is he gonna sound crazy? I think Matt Stafford.
Okay.
I think Matt Stafford.
Matt Stafford. Why you got Matt Stafford winning over there with Sean McVay and the Rams?
Because he's with Sean McVay and the Rams. Like, I think,
I can't be mad at that.
I think he's gonna put, like, people are really gonna really see this man just take off like to the next level, because
I like that.
we
pick.
seen what he did. We seen what he did with Calvin Johnson. Like,
Yeah.
in Detroit. Now you're giving him elite, not elite, but really good receivers of offense surrounding him. He's gonna be able to. I think he's gonna put up some of the best numbers he's ever put up for sure.
Ooh.
Like, he's gonna be that guy.
I don't even think you crazy for that pick either.
Nah, that's not. It's not really crazy.
I like that pick. I like that pick. All right, so we got Bale with Patrick Mahomes. We got Deuce with Matt Stafford. I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert. I said this from the beginning. I truly believe Justin Herbert takes that leap this year. As a rookie last year, man, he came out and he controlled that offense. Standing at 6'6", 6'7", back there slinging the rock, running
By
the ball.
accident.
Man, by accident. All because the training staff. Not enough people are talking about this. The training staff punctured Tyron Taylor's lung. They punctured this man's lung. I don't know if it was just shenanigans or collusion or what it is, but somebody in the front office was like, hey, we ain't never had this happen before. Go and puncture Tyrod Taylor's lung. His career was over after that. I don't know who he's playing for now. He's a starting quarterback somewhere in Houston.
Texans. Yeah.
That's still wild to me. The medical staff punctured his lung after what? His first game? Before his first game?
For the first game against the Chiefs.
That's wild. Justin Herbert started on a whim off of a medical mishap, which that man should sue them and get his money and take care of his chickens. But I got Justin Herbert. I think he comes out. I don't think he puts up record-setting numbers to win the MVP, but I think he puts it up and they look at it like, year 2, this dude is doing this? That's wild. And you took your team to the Super Bowl? You about to win the MVP? All right, Offensive Player of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year. What you got, Deuce?
I'll get that one to Pat.
Patty Mahomes, Offensive Player of the Year. Same reason Spalletti hasn't won an MVP?
Basically, yeah. Just not necessarily like the people, his weapons around him, but just his spectacular factor, right? Like the fact that he has that star power, that X factor.
I think he throws a behind the back pass this year and he completes it.
I mean, he's been working on it.
It's almost inevitable. This man's gonna throw a behind the back pass, and somebody's gonna catch it. Finally, Offensive Player of the Year. Who you got?
Alvin Kamara.
Ooh, that's cool. I can't even be mad at that.
Because they're gonna be too dependent on him, and they don't got no one else.
Alvin Kamara.
So he's gonna have the receiving yards and the rushing touchdowns. So
that's tough.
That boy about to have that C-Mac 2K year.
Hey, my pick is C-Mac.
3K.
CMC. My pick is CMC. I think CMC is going to be the Offensive Player of the Year for very similar reasons that Alvin Kamara could be the Offensive Player of the Year. I think Christian McCaffrey is the Offensive Player of the Year this year because he doesn't get abused like he did last year and overused, but he gets used extremely efficiently this year. I think Sam Darnold is gonna make CMC better. And I think that's why I have winning offensive player of the year. Defensive player of the year. Who you got, Polly?
Miles Garrett.
Ooh, Miles Garrett.
Just because he has help on the edge, on the other side, so gives him more opportunities to get to the quarterback.
Damn, Miles Garrett. Okay, getting some help in Jadeveon over there.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't mad at it. Who you got, Deuce? Defensive player of the year. And is his name J.C. Horn?
No, not for this one.
Shaq Thompson.
Hell no. Don't ever disrespect me like that. Hey, AD, bro. Hey,
Ooh, AD.
no.
Say pick.
Like,
Yeah.
but I want to say Jeremy Chin.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yes, I do. Jeremy Chin.
He said, yes, I do.
I wanted to say Jeremy.
Talk your talk. Talk your talk.
Because
talk your talk.
He should have got defensive rookie of the year last year, and he was robbed. Like no other rookie in the span of 5 seconds got 2 defensive touchdowns. I'm just saying. Like
okay.
Who does that? You know, two defensive turnovers. Like who
It
balls
was,
like
it
that?
was by Kirk Cousins though.
No. One was Dalvin Cook.
If it was like someone like
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. I mean that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
You see,
Vita said
because his
Brian
defense
Burns. Vita said Brian Burns is his pick for defensive player of the year this year.
So biased.
But I got AD.
No bias, right? AD, all right.
And then with AD and then with bias, Jeremy Chin.
Okay. I'm gonna go with TJ Watt this year. I think TJ Watt's gonna take his being robbed last year. He gonna come out, he gonna ball out. Their team is still gonna suck. But I think he's gonna make enough of an impact over there for them to be like, damn, he did it again in back-to-back seasons. My outside pick away from TJ Watt is the Bosa in LA. Joey Bosa?
Oh, Joey Bosa, yeah.
Yeah, Joey.
TJ Watt, who paying you? Hey man, TJ Watt, man, he's set up for success over there. He's set up for success over there. Like there's no possible way this man can go out there and not produce the way he did last year. Other one for me on the off pick is gonna be Joey Bosa. Joey Bosa's coming back completely healthy. That man was wrecking the league before. And for some reason he just disappeared after his injury. But I think coming back a full season, he's gonna be healthy this year. He's gonna have a high-powered offense, so a whole lot of teams are gonna be throwing the ball unnecessarily. That man's just gonna eat. He's gonna eat. So, offensive rookie of the year. This is an interesting one that I don't want to hear who y'all got. We'll start with Deuce. Who you got as the offensive rookie of the year? And they can't be on the Panthers. I don't think y'all have anyone that is capable of winning offensive rookie of the year on the Panthers.
No, yeah, Terrence Marshall.
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Oh, that's who you got winning offensive rookie of the year?
No, but you said no one. You said no one capable. Terrence Marshall's definitely.
Vita also said Terrence Marshall. I think he's saying that y'all have no. I think he's answering to what I said. Same like
yeah, he is.
Who's your offensive rookie of the year?
Sam Darnold.
Top graded rookie wide receiver.
Oh,
that might be Vita's pick is Terrence Marshall.
Oh.
These all Panthers.
I don't know, man. This one's hard because there was like the offensive rookies were them boys was out there. I'm gonna say Justin Fields. Or
you think he gets enough?
I'm gonna say Trey Lance.
You think he comes in and gets enough games to make an impact to win that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say Trey Lance as well. Yeah,
Because there's a lot of variables for him.
because and the reason why is because I think Jimmy G like is gonna mess it up, and then Trey Lance is gonna come in and save the team.
I think that's bold, but I'm here for it.
I think Trey Lance.
My pick, so my safe pick is Najee Harris. I think Najee is the running back that the Steelers have been praying that Connor would have been.
Or
Ever since this fool Le'Veon left to the Jets, that's who they've been. They were like, ooh,
that's what I'm trying to get.
Jog, you just get this fool Connor. He's gonna be great. Hometown kid. Fool Vita said Trey Lance ain't playing this year. Excuse my brother. My other pick with all bias is Devontae Smith. There's two players over there in Jalen Smith and Devontae Smith that already have the chemistry from college. It's already there. I think they're gonna come out. They're gonna complete a lot of passes together. They're gonna score more touchdowns than any other duo with the rookie wide receiver because he ain't got no one else to throw to. Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz. Okay, cool. So when the linebackers of the league and the safeties lock them up, your only choice is Jalen Reagor, who nobody wanted on our team. We wanted CeeDee Lamb or Justin Jefferson. We picked Jalen Reagor out of TCU, who was hurt all last year, or Devontae Smith. That's my pick with all bias. It's either going to be Najee Harris, who's my safe pick, who's going to get 200 plus carries this year. He's probably going to break 1,000 yards easily. Or
You think he'll go over 15?
I don't think he goes over 15. I think he hits about he'll probably get like 12. He'll get 12, 13. 15 I think is a stretch. Just because I think this will go into the topic that we'll talk to at the end of this. I think Mike Tomlin has to be extremely smart this year with how he goes about coaching his games. He's a coach that I have on the hot seat. But who do you have, Polly?
I have Najee Harris, just like you. I think this is going to be like their most successful running back since Jerome Bettis, which was like what, a decade ago?
Like 15 years ago.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Najee Harris is going to be that guy. He's versatile. He can receive the ball.
Plus,
and he can run you over. And
something about Alabama running backs that either there's no middle ground with them. It's either they're really good or they really suck.
Yeah.
Najee Harris. All right, defensive rookie of the year. Let's start with J.C. Horn over there on the bottom. I mean, Deuce. My bad.
Already. Already. That's it. J.C. Horn, the boy about to be there.
J.C. Horn, is that your pick?
Yes, sir.
I ain't even mad at it.
Like
hearing Vita talk so heavy about why, essentially justifying picking J.C. Horn over Patrick Surtain. Is that who it was?
Mm-hmm.
I see it. J.C. Horn.
And yeah, because he was actually I was seeing this one thing. He was like working with Jalen Ramsey and then like some other like stout DBs, like just soaking up the game. Like, and then just seeing him actually perform, like seeing him perform in college, he's gotten a lot better in this small window from him playing in college and now. So yeah.
Shutting down some of the top receivers. All right, cool. No bias, no bias at all, huh? No. Molly, who you got? Defensive rookie of the year.
The corner they should have picked, Patrick Surtain. I've seen a lot of potential in the preseason when he did play. And I think that carries on to the regular season. I think he's going to lead that defense in interceptions, most likely. So that's it.
Vita says Micah Parsons because he'll get way more opportunities. That's actually who I had. It's Micah Parsons for that exact reason. This man he's got no choice but to perform over there. Zero choice
Like,
but to perform.
He's the guy.
Yeah,
He
like
is defense.
they drafted this dude to be the dude.
Yeah.
And I think like on his pre-draft, like the whole like how they film him, and he's just like, it's gotta be, they gotta draft me. They have to. The only place I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Which is extremely bold because what if they didn't pick you, bro? What if they passed you up?
Yeah.
He knew they wouldn't.
Yeah, what if the Cowboys didn't pick you? But through and through, he's spoken into existence. I think Micah Parsons has no choice but to perform. I think Leighton Vander Esch is gonna be the biggest reason Micah Parsons gets a lot of his tackles, makes a lot of plays. I think Leighton Vander Esch is gonna be in the right place at the right time, but the one that's actually going to make the play is gonna be Micah Parsons. All right, man. So that takes us into the coach of the year. A lot of candidates out there. A lot of coaches also on the hot seat, which is we're gonna get into that too. But who's your coach of the year?
I got Sean McVay.
I got the other Sean McDermott.
Ooh, McDermott.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Talk to us about McVay, and then we'll go to McDermott.
I just think that because of the offseason, the moves he made in the offseason, like to acquire the pieces that he did, and them going to the, going pretty far in the playoffs. They're gonna
Sheesh.
like it's his time, basically. It's his time.
What about you, Polly?
Ever since McDermott got to the Bills, consistently better every year. I think it gets better this year too, with them going to the AFC Championship.
McDermott.
And he developed a lot of great players over there, like Josh Allen.
That's facts. That's facts.
So, and he made Mitch Trubisky look like a god in preseason. So,
Oh my goodness.
I give him 100% props for that.
Okay. All right, so Vita went potentially Sean Payton for real. He said we've never seen Sean Payton without Breeze. He can make magic happen. Coach of the year easily. I think he definitely has. What the hell's his name? Jameis Winston. He has him looking good. He has him looking great, making throws. I think the biggest thing for him was Drew Brees telling him before he leave, like, look, you ain't gotta win games. Go out there, make the right passes, and the opportunities that it's time to win the game, you'll win the game. I think it's going to be Brandon Staley, LA Chargers coach. Yeah, man. Post Phillip Rivers, to do what he did last year, they were supposed to be in rebuild mode. I'm talking about full rebuild. Granted, he needs to fire his whole training staff for puncturing the lung of Tyrod Taylor. But if that wasn't the biggest blessing in disguise, I don't know what is. I think what he's going to do this year with that defense, getting Derwin James back, having Justin Herbert coming off of a great year as a rookie quarterback, having Keenan Allen as a safety blanket, Hunter Renfro's their tight end, right?
Jared Cook.
Oh, that's Jared Cook. I think they'll be good, man. I think he gets the coach of the year, and I think he edges out. Sean McVay. Coach of the year. And that's going to be a tight race across the board. Brian Flores has a good chance to be the coach of the year again, depending on what he does with Tua and how he kind of develops that whole offense really to look. But getting into the conversation of the hot seats, man. The hot seats. Who are some of the coaches on the hot seat? What coaches do y'all have on the hot seat? I guess I'll start it with Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
I said that with Mike Tomlin. Vita said that Mike Tomlin has one of the safest set in stone jobs in the NFL, which is true. But when I say Mike Tomlin, I don't have him high on the list, as in like he needs to get fired tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have Matt Patricia, the Detroit Lions coach, as pretty high on the list.
I don't think he coaches there anymore.
Oh, he's not?
No, he's not the head coach over there. Yeah, it's that crackhead guy from the Saints that's coaching him now. Forgot what his name is.
Wasn't he he used to play on the damn team. Dan Campbell?
Yeah.
Him, I got the Cardinals head coach over there.
Yeah.
That's who Vita has. Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, I think we all have him out of that.
They made such a big move with going to get DeAndre Hopkins for them not to do anything. And then, just like I said, Brian Flores could be coach of the year. I also think he has a very, very short leash to possibly be on the hot seat with Tua. Whoever the Bengals head coach is. He said the Bengals head coach. All right, Paulo, who you got?
Zach Taylor. Okay. I got two from my division, Matt Nagy and Mike Zimmer, the Bears and the Vikings head coach. Mike Zimmer, he's been doing just a bare minimum just to make the playoffs, and that's it.
And not get anywhere.
It hasn't gotten any better with Kirk Cousins at the starting quarterback. So yeah, Mike Zimmer's got to go. Matt Nagy, he just hasn't been good since he got there. He got blessed with a nice defense when he got there.
Just
took a big leap. Took a big leap on Mitch Trubisky and didn't work out, which sucks. And yeah, I think he's been on the hot seat. And then Cliff Kingsbury making all those big moves, which makes no difference to your team.
Yeah, you traded David Johnson, which was probably one of the most lopsided trades in NFL history, until we saw how it actually played out, and neither one of them produced for their team. But trading David Johnson, basically David Johnson, a broken David Johnson, for DeAndre Hopkins coming off one of the best years of his career. So he said, I think Matt bought time with the Fields pick. Side note, this is not a draft for a quarterback. Do not draft the 2022 quarterback prospect. Yeah, I think 2022 is going to be it's going to be a draft your backup, basically. Deuce, who do you have coach wise on the hot seat?
Trying to think of what coaches just got to the teams that.
I mean, I could almost say
I'm gonna say though.
I'm gonna say David Culley over there in Houston for the Texans. The amount of dysfunction over there, the amount of dysfunction in the Texans. They need to just blow that whole team up. Fire your front office, fire your coach, rehire everything.
That's who I'm leaning to. And then I was also thinking about Mike Tomlin, just because like he's starting to like his legacy starting to be tarnished, I guess you could say, just by like he's not producing like we're used to seeing, but.
Fubita says Matt Rule. He said if that fool does anything under 500, fire him.
Hey, low key, our fan base is like that. Bro.
Man.
They're like, this nigga was supposed to come in and make us 8-8 or better. And it's like, well, if you look at his track record, his first year comes in with get some wins. Next year he gets better. And then that third year is when he actually like starts like taking over stuff. Like every time he became a head coach. But I would say the Texans head coach.
I'm almost called Matt LaFleur's job on the hot seat.
I think any NFC North.
But I mean, I don't think there's a lot of coaches right now similar to how we look at NBA coaches, where it's just like this man has no business coaching, zero. I don't think there's any coaches that
Not
we can look at right now and be like they should not be a coach in the NFL at all.
Yeah.
I like the wave in them starting to move younger. I do think Matt Zimmer needs to go. Or Mike Zimmer, not Matt Zimmer. I do think Mike Zimmer needs to go over there in Viking Town.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I mean Urban Meyer has no business in the NFL. I want to see what he does.
Harbaugh came to the 49ers and he did great and until the fall off of Kaepernick.
Yeah. Somebody had
so
to
he
be
didn't.
the scapegoat. Go back
Yeah.
to college, you Nick Saban little bum. I think that's why he left college. He was tired of Nick Saban.
He was tired of Nick Saban.
Oh, Nick Saban need to just stay over there. Stay in Alabama, man. Don't come over here.
He's like Coach Z from the Dukes.
Man.
Devils.
Mike Krzyzewski. Starts with his Starts with a
that
K.
guy.
Players on the hot seat. What players need to come in and perform? Which ones are we gonna have our eye on to be like, all right, bro, it's time for relocation. Time for you to get up on out of here. This ain't it for you.
Jimmy G.
That should be the clear number one. Jimmy G.
The number one is Jimmy G.
That boy.
Anything he does is just gonna buy him time and set up a potentially new job.
Yes. Skill wise,
In a
not
close
close.
second for me would probably be Dak. Like
Damn.
you sat out for all this money. Granted, he got hurt last year.
I was gonna say I don't think he had a choice. He couldn't stand up.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, for all that money, and then like, granted, he didn't do anything last year because he was hurt. You know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think they paid him after he got hurt, though, didn't they?
It was before.
I could have swore they paid him after he got hurt.
It was going right before.
No, I think they
signed him after. They signed him after because when he got hurt, everyone was like, all the stars went to Twitter and they were just like, "Yo,
He should have took.
Dak, Dak was playing, career year. He was going to get the bag, and now he's hurt, and then he ended up getting the bag."
Yeah, I think he got paid after.
Even then, that makes it even worse. Like, hey, well, you better come and play.
Hey, Vito, come get your brother, dog.
With me, I think I have Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold? That's who Vito put. Vito put Sam Darnold.
I put a lot of trust in something that never really developed in the Jets.
Yeah, that's true.
He had a decent receiving core. I think weapons really would help him out this year, though. But yeah, I think I have Sam Darnold on there and Melvin Gordon for the Broncos.
Ooh, Melvin Gordon fell off heavy after the holdout with the Chargers.
Mm-hmm. With Javonte Williams, the rookie they drafted from North Carolina.
He might gonna take his job.
Mm-hmm. He's a more versatile and he's more physical than him. So I think that helps the Broncos more than Melvin Gordon does.
He just said Kirk Cousins, Derek Carr, and Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I was thinking Matt Ryan as well.
Who else you got, Polly?
And I got Jalen Smith from the Cowboys, the linebacker.
Ooh, damn.
They were really high on him since when they drafted him injured from Notre Dame.
Yeah,
and he hasn't really produced.
And they went and drafted another. They went and drafted another linebacker.
Yeah, so
that's tough.
I think this year is his prove it year. He doesn't get any better. He's gonna get traded maybe mid-season.
I can see that.
So
Jack Thompson.
He's a Shaq Thompson.
the whole Carolina Panthers starting front seven.
Damn.
Hey, for me,
The whole
It's
Eagles.
everyone on the Eagles, specifically, what the hell's his name? Vitae. No, not Vitae. Vitae don't play for us anymore. Jordan Mailata. Mailata, dog. Go back to rugby, okay? You've been with us for 4 years. You've developed 0 skills. Man, I gotta say, I was just thinking of him. Now I can't think of who I was talking about. Damn, talk about a brain fart moment. I mean, Derek Carr. Derek Carr's the obvious one for me. And that's really because Vita said this in the chat. John Gruden should be on the hot seat. He's never going to be because that whole franchise as a whole loves John Gruden.
Yeah.
Yeah, why can't I think of... I literally had somebody in my head. Oh, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is on the hot seat. Yes, he had an MVP year as of the last 2-3 years. But if that man don't do something to evolve his game, that should be all the more reason that the Ravens should go and sign Cam Newton to be his backup. Lamar Jackson for the culture, great dude. But I think Lamar Jackson needs to evolve. He needs to evolve his play style, man.
Mm-hmm.
Harbaugh need to do something, man. This who said boo soy ain't crap. It's his opinion, but it's wrong. I mean, like we got the clear cut Jimmy G's, we got the clear cut Kirk Cousins, we got the the Derek Carrs, we got the Matt Ryans. Julio Jones to me is on the hot seat. Like Julio, bro, you better come out and do something next year.
To me, Julio is just a name at this point.
Yeah, and I mean the fact that he made it such an open thing to move from Atlanta to a better situation in Tennessee, which we all knew it was a better situation, bro. Like we all know that you're going from a bottom 5 team to probably top 7 team in the league right now. With Derrick Henry, with you got some guys over there, but Julio not on the hot seat. He's just not a number 1 anymore. I mean, I think he's on the hot seat. So if I'm looking at Julio, if I'm looking at Julio, right, I'm gonna compare him to a Larry Fitzgerald. Yes, you are not the number 1 receiver. Neither was Larry Fitzgerald for the last 5 to 7 years. But this man still produced. Still produced. Mm-hmm. Julio has produced as the number 1. Now it's like, what do you do as the clear number 2 over there? Maybe the number 3 option, number 2 wide receiver, number 3 option. What are you going to do, Julio? I know what I'm going to get from Fitzgerald, and that's the class I put you in.
Possessions. You're going to get them possessions.
Yeah, it's like, what am I going to get from you? But to me, going back to Lamar Jackson, man, Lamar Jackson is on a hot seat, on my hot seat, not the actual Ravens hot seat. They're gonna milk as much as they can out of Lamar Jackson. But I think this is the reason they should sign Cam Newton. Go get somebody behind Lamar Jackson for when either your season is absolutely amazing and you have the luxury to sit Lamar, bet. Or if you're having a terrible season and there just ain't no coming back from it, let Cam play. Let Lamar sit. Let Cam play, let Lamar develop. Calvin been the number 1 since he got drafted. Unpopular opinion, ask Deuce about Calvin Ridley.
Hey, I don't like him. I don't like him.
Why that? Why?
What's the reason?
Y'all know the reason. That boy, he be tearing us up. Bro. He be
Because he be smacking y'all. Okay.
nah, but I'm more fearful when Julio was on the Falcons. I was more fearful of Calvin Ridley than Julio.
Hmm.
Like Calvin really has that superstar power that hey, this is explosive. Like we about to
Hmm.
go score, and then he
Yeah,
just goes and scores.
he's kind of like a Devontae Smith type player.
Yeah.
Skinny frame, runs routes perfectly, and
Yeah,
he can catch. Yeah.
All right. So who are some other unpopular opinions that are on the hot seat for y'all?
that's it.
Baker Mayfield.
Uh,
Baker Mayfield, I think, is somebody that's on the hot seat
yeah.
specifically because of his success, not because of his digression, but because of his succession. He's on the
Hmm.
hot seat. Everyone's gonna go back to
I,
you lost to Chad Henne, bro.
Yep.
Everyone's gonna go back to that.
Um. No, I don't really have any other people on the hot seat like that. I gotta really
mm-mm.
All right, Vita said,
think
I'm
about.
I'm with Nick Wright on Lamar. Take a step back in the regular season to work on the weak aspects like the Bucks did. It's almost too late for that though. Like I feel like Lamar's in a point of his career where you are going to be what you are going to be. Right? And the only development that I've seen that I can just call off the top of my head where a quarterback actually made the development from one type of player to another is Michael Vick. From his Atlanta years,
But that's because he had Andy Reid.
I mean, regardless of what it was, right? Regardless of who he had, Harbaugh's a damn quarterback. Like you were a quarterback in throughout your playing career. He has
Hmm.
Andy Reid was never an anything. He looked like a damn
But
lineman.
it's Andy Reid, the cold QB whisperer. That boy.
Whatever it is, Michael Vick went from the most electrifying player in Atlanta who can rush the hell out of a ball, first 1,000 yard, one of the first 1,000 yard quarterback rushers with 1,000+ passing, 3,000 passing. He went over there, got locked up, out of the league for a year, came back to the Eagles, and became a proficient passer. That's the only one that I can recall where this man actually made a change for his career. Think about all the other quarterbacks. I haven't seen that this late in their career. Lamar Jackson is going to be Lamar Jackson. Vita said, we thought it was too late for Giannis and the Bucks. They kept at it. They picked up Watkins, Bateman, a really good wide receiver core now. I mean, that's true, right? But it's hard for me. It's hard for me to believe that in the day and age that we're in right now, with offenses like the Kansas City Chiefs, the Tennessee Titans, the Buffalo Bills, the damn
Panthers.
Cleveland Browns, the Panthers, I guess, the Cleveland Browns. It's hard for
Yeah.
me to believe that Lamar Jackson is going to take enough of a jump to overcome the one
Out to
team he could never beat in the playoffs, which ain't even the Chiefs. It's the Titans. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Andy Reid
why you
also
I
say
got
it
think
like
career
that?
years out of McNabb, Vick, Foles, Alex Smith, and Mahomes.
I
Andy
think
is a beast.
Bateman's hurt this year for the Ravens, so I think he's out for like a couple of games for them.
And they don't have J.K. Dobbins. They only have Gus Edwards.
That's crazy.
And Lamar Jackson.
You know, Mark Andrews, I think, is still their tight end over there.
They just extended him today too.
I think I seen Vita's text. He said Mark Andrews got the bag.
Yeah.
But I mean that's why for me Lamar Jackson is on the hot seat. Not for the fact that he could possibly be on a different team within the next 2 to 4 years, but for the fact that like if you don't change it this year, go and get 5 more passing touchdowns. Just 5.
Hmm.
Complete 25, 30 more passes. That's all I'm asking. Give me an incremental progression.
Yeah.
I don't need 400 more yards rushing, bro. I don't need that. Give that to your running backs. Ravens running backs are jerseys. Don't matter who back there. That's facts. They had Mark Ingram back there, and they was still balling. But that's why I say that's my bold claim is Lamar Jackson is on the hot seat.
Yeah.
Yo, that dude Mark Ingram down at the Texans right now.
Yeah.
He's like,
you know what I'm talking
this is
about.
trash. He's like, Big Trust ain't here. I'm talking about. Hey
He
there.
aged like fine wine.
Man, that's what Mark
That dude
Ingram.
wild, bro. The older he gets, the more
The
crazy
funnier
he gets, bro.
He's funny, bro.
This was like, I gotta build out a niche in this NFL if I want to stay here, because I ain't getting no playing time behind Phillip Lindsay and David Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta at least keep someone entertained to keep me here. All right, man. Next topic is the 2022 Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Here's the first year eligibility, folks. I want to hear y'all thoughts. Who stands out immediately for the first year candidates? We got Anquan Bowden, wide receiver. We got Chad Greenway. He was selected in the 2006 draft. Played his whole career with the Vikings. Not a memorable name for me, at least. Devin Hester. This is his first year eligibility. Andre Johnson. Majority of his career over there with the Texans. I think he played with the Colts for a little bit. Tony Romo, who, to Vita's point, if you're going to let Troy Aikman in there, you better put Tony Romo in there sooner or later. Robert Mathis, most famously for his career over there with the Indianapolis Colts. I think he has a Super Bowl over there with the Colts. And he finished out with the Broncos potentially. DeMarcus Ware spent a good amount of his career with the Cowboys and then the last couple of years with the Broncos. Vince Wilfork, big boy in the middle. Patriots. I think he finished off with the Texans. Those are the first year candidates. We'll go into the other candidates that are still eligible for the Hall of Fame. But out of those folks, who stands out to y'all? Vince Wilfork, DeMarcus Ware, Steve Smith. Ice up, son. Steve Smith, Robert Mathis, Tony Romo, Andre Johnson, Devin Hester, Chad Greenway, and Anquan Bowden. Who is a first ballot Hall of Famer, first year of eligibility?
I'll definitely say Steve Smith first.
Devin Hester.
Andre Johnson, Devin Hester, and DeMarcus Ware. I think those ones are the ones I would, me personally, put in like first time up.
Devin Hester, just because it starts with special teams. He puts you in a great position, or he makes a touchdown. So, and I think he's the leading
punt return for touchdowns.
Yeah. So
the things he did on special teams made, like, everybody knew who Devin Hester was, like, and they still talk about him, like, to this day, like, like the league is looking for the next Devin Hester type stuff.
It's like, I think he made two. He made two all NFL decade teams for the 2000s and the 2010s. He was in the all decade team as a returner. So Devin Hester, I could definitely agree with for sure, first ballot.
Like, and it's just purely off of his power from special teams. Like he just did it. Like, dude changed the game when it comes to special teams. And
I like the DeMarcus Ware. He was dominant from the day of Cowboys to the Broncos. I think he stayed dominant throughout his whole career. So,
12-year career, Dallas Cowboys, and the Broncos.
And he had that little half spin move. Have you seen that clip? He did the 2K move inside. And then
man said,
yeah, those are the only two that really sticks out to me, and Steve Smith too.
I'm about to say, Was that a little gift? Steve Smith for sure to me is I think Steve Smith was almost he's like the prototype for those types of receivers, right? Because I mean, obviously you think about the Calvin Johnsons, the T.O.s, the Randy Mosses, the Chad Johnsons, but then when you think about if you're looking for a punch, like a Calvin Ridley type punch, or somebody that has that quickness, but is almost able to come out there and punch you in the mouth at the same time, is definitely Steve Smith. Put Steve Smith and Hines Ward in that same category with each other. They're gonna punch you in the mouth, and then they're gonna catch it. Then they're gonna catch a touchdown on you and tell you to ice up, son.
Yeah, he was aggressive. Aggressive.
Vita has
Bro,
Andre
that first
Johnson. Vita has Andre
yeah,
Johnson. Let's talk
Andre
about
Johnson
that.
definitely. That boy carried that franchise.
14 years with the Texans, finished out with the Colts and the Titans.
That boy carried that franchise.
So here's his numbers. So he has 1,062 career receptions, 14,187 receiving yards, which is 11th for NFL history right now, and 70 touchdowns, which only ranks 46th all time.
But he did that all on the Texans.
I mean, Steve Smith did what he did with the Panthers.
No.
Yeah, no.
He had
I
Jake
don't.
Delhomme, solid quarterback. Who did Andre Johnson have as a quarterback?
Brandon Schaub or Matt Schaub.
Matt Schaub. He's kind of
You
the
didn't
same
even know his
quarterback
name?
as Jake
Yeah,
Delhomme.
basically the same thing as Jake Delhomme.
Nah,
Yeah.
not even
He's
close.
the same quarterback.
Oh no, I gotta put
Not
Steve
even
Smith.
close.
So Vita has it in the chat. Triple crown. Steve Smith got the triple crown. He's the last triple crown winner, which means he led every receiving category in the season: touchdowns, receiving yards, and receptions.
Yeah.
So where does he said? Don't disrespect Jake. Where do you put Andre Johnson in comparison to that? Like, he's 46 for touchdowns. He's 11th for overall receiving
Andre Johnson
yards.
is not above. He's not above Steve Smith by any means.
Right.
I'm
But
just
if
saying,
we're talking first ballot Hall of Famers, that's the standard right now in this class. Is Steve Smith.
I don't.
yeah,
No.
I think
think he's that
he's closer to
memorable
Anquan
to.
Bolden.
All right, so let me tell you the other receivers that are still eligible for. This is not their first ballot, but they're still eligible. Reggie Wayne, Steve Tasker, Torrey Holt.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the other three receivers. Torrey Holt, Reggie Wayne. We're not even gonna say Steve Tasker because nobody knows who the hell he is. He's probably a receiver from back in the day.
Reggie Wayne and
Torrey Holt and Reggie Wayne.
Torrey Holt. I had them higher than Andre Johnson.
I have Reggie Wayne higher than Andre Johnson. For the
Granted
sake of
that
productivity.
they did have Peyton Manning to carry his career, but
Yeah.
But he was still that guy though, I think.
And Reggie Wayne didn't even get in on first ballot. So it's like that's who you're being compared to is Steve Smith, Reggie Wayne, and Torrey Holt. Andre over Holt and Wayne.
Yeah, I definitely put Andre over Holt and Wayne.
Holt and Wayne?
I don't know. I could put him over Torrey Holt. Because, I mean, greatest show on turf. Ooh, that was what it was for that era. Reggie Wayne, though, I don't know, man. I can't put him above Reggie Wayne. And there's something about Andre Johnson that people gravitate to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same reason people gravitate towards, other receivers like D-Hop. There's a spectacular catch factor. There's a factor of like he's not like other receivers. He's quiet. You ain't gonna hear nothing from him.
He was kind of like the cheap Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
That.
He's a poor man's Calvin Johnson.
Yeah. So he did what he was supposed to do. I can say that, but I don't think he's. Nah. I don't think.
All right, and the other candidates that are still eligible is Jared Allen, most famously for the Minnesota Vikings. DN over there. Rondé Barber.
Jared Allen definitely.
Rondé Barber won the Super Bowl with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Tony Baselli, offensive tackle. Leroy Butler, DB. Go back. Asante Samuel, most popularly from New England Patriots. I think he spent a good amount of his career in like Atlanta. Richard Seymour, D lineman. Zach Thomas, linebacker, and Darren Woodson.
Jared Allen definitely got to be in there.
Yeah, that's a name that stands
Like
out to me there for sure.
Jared Allen over DeMarcus Ware for sure.
No.
Why not?
I think Jared Allen's the only one that stands out to me in that group. Yeah, Jared Allen's the only one that really stands out.
I wouldn't pick
Candace
Jared Allen over DeMarcus Ware any day. I wouldn't pick that. DeMarcus Ware was more dominant than he was. I mean, granted, they had nothing to work with that Vikings defense. It was just him.
It really was just him.
So
and he did work.
He had nothing.
All right, Vita said
he was the best defense player on their team.
Vita said the Houston Texans have 3 Hall of Fame players: Andre Johnson, J.J. Watt, and D-Hop.
D-Hop, yeah.
Andre Johnson will be a Hall of Famer. Not first ballot. I think he will be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I think all of them will be Hall of Famer, but I think D-Hop has the better chance to be a first ballot.
Yeah. I don't think I could put, so I can't, there's a thing that I can't put dudes as a first ballot Hall of Famer when they're still playing.
Yeah.
If their name is not Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, it's hard. It's hard to just say, like, I bet you're first ballot. Outside of those two, there's not really many that I could say that are active right now that would put as a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald.
Give me another year of dominance and I'll be able to say that clearly.
I think he will.
If you retired today, I would absolutely say it. He's still in the league though. But all right, man, that's pretty much it for the NFL. Let's get into our picks for the year. Or for the week. Week 1.
For the week 1.
I'm gonna go through every matchup and we're gonna go ahead and make our picks. Bale has a spreadsheet broken down. He's gonna be able to keep everybody's score on who you pick throughout the year. And at the end of the year, obviously that's gonna accumulate to your record. First game, Cowboys and the Bucks. You said that the Bucks were gonna blow out the Cowboys.
I got the Cowboys.
I also have the Cowboys.
And then and then Tua and Vita had the Bucks.
Tua and Vita with the Bucks. So it's me and you on that Cowboys train, man. Either we're gonna start 1-0 or 0-2. All right, next matchup for that 11 o'clock time. Seahawks and the Colts. Alabama versus Miami. He said Bucks and Cowboys gonna be Alabama versus Miami. They gonna take out the turnover chain when they down 35 points.
That's tough.
All right, Seattle, Indianapolis. Who you got, Deuce?
If you said Carson is starting or is back by week 1,
He's right now he's questionable for week 1. They haven't announced him as the starter. So you got to make your pick based on that.
Yes.
I'm going to go
Seahawks.
Seahawks? Yeah, I'm also go with the Seahawks. Whether Wentz plays or not.
Chicken.
I think it was a unanimous Seahawks around the board. I also went with the Seahawks on this one.
All right, cool.
Well, I was going to say Seahawks anyway, even if it was. I was just when Wentz is playing, I'm still going to take the Seahawks.
All right, Vita has the Seahawks as well. All right, this is the battle of the lower tier teams, the Jaguars and the Texans. I'm taking the Jags.
Jags.
I'm taking the Texans.
Whoa!
Whoa! Vita took the Texans too.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, I'm gonna take a leap and say Tyrod right now is a better quarterback.
I can't disagree with that. But whoa!
So you guys are going with the Jaguars. I got
Tyrod may be the better quarterback, But the Jags are the better team collectively.
Facts. They ain't gotta pass the ball. They're gonna hand the ball off to James Robinson 17 times. Urban Meyer sucks. Oh, well, Vita's an Urban Meyer hater, so he probably won't be picking the Jaguars ever throughout the season. Eagles, Falcons, bro. Fly, Eagles, fly, man. Let's go. Fly, Eagles, fly. This is probably the one L I'm gonna take every week religiously.
I got the Falcons.
I got the Falcons too.
Hey, man, don't doubt the Eagles, man. Name a defensive player on the Jags. I'll wait.
That's a fact.
That's facts. Continue
The
waiting.
defense.
Damn, did everyone pick the Falcons? Vita picked the Falcons.
Vita picked the Falcons and Tua picked the Eagles.
That's right, Tua. Us birds got to stick together. Falcons is also a bird, but whatever. Oh, Chargers football team.
That's a tough matchup.
That is
That's
a tough matchup.
I got the Chargers.
But I got Chargers too.
I also got the Chargers. Oh, Ducks. Probably another L that I'm gonna take, even on weeks that it probably should be a dub.
Tua and Vita took the football team.
Ooh, this record gonna be weird after week 1.
It sure is.
Steelers, Bills. They're in Buffalo week
Bills.
1.
Bills.
Ooh.
I think Bills in a close one. It's not gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be a close one.
I will
It's not
always.
gonna be close.
I will
It won't be
also
a
take the
blowout.
Bills. I'll take the
They're gonna do
Bills.
it by 3.
Bills are probably gonna be by probably by like a field
By 2
goal.
tutties.
Yeah, it's gonna be close.
It's gonna be 2 tutties. Watch.
I think with the addition of Najee Harris, that's gonna make a difference.
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge difference. Claypool's gonna come out. Deontay Johnson. They're gonna have a little bit more of a developed wide receiver core. Juju ain't got to be number 1.
And you got Mr. Corvette coming out.
Corvette.
Corvette.
Fuvita said Josh Allen 6 touchdowns. Sheesh, week 1.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
I think it was
Four of them to
unanimous
Diggs.
Bills. This is another unanimous one.
4
Bills.
of them to Stephen Diggs for fantasy purposes. 49ers and the Lions.
I think that's.
49ers.
Claypool
I'm gonna say
Smith.
unanimous.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Niners.
49ers.
Goff gonna throw 2
Rob.
picks his first game.
He's gonna see the 49ers.
Vikings, Bengals.
Vikings.
I got the Vikings in that one.
I'm gonna go with the Vikings. This is not
All
a
right.
week. This is not a week for a bold pick.
Tua has the Bengals. That's the only Bengals pick.
Oh, what? Oh, he did pick the Bengals as a dark horse though.
Yeah. So we have
Jets,
all
Panthers.
Vikings.
Panthers.
I gotta go with the
Unanimous.
Panthers. I gotta go with the
Unanimous.
Panthers.
This is
I'm
unanimous
bold.
Panthers over here.
I'm bold. I ain't stupid.
Unanimous Panthers.
Cardinals, Titans. They're gonna be in Tennessee for week 1.
I got the Cardinals, actually.
Ooh.
I got the Cardinals.
Tua got the Cardinals as well.
Ooh.
Yeah.
If Connor wasn't their running back, maybe. But I'm gonna go with the Titans.
I'm not. I don't think that it's gonna be. I don't think the Cardinals are gonna win it on the ground. They're gonna win it through the air, and then on the defense, like.
Well, then that's gonna be more predictable. It's gonna be
Yeah, like,
all passing. Oh, okay. That's easy to contain.
all they're gonna do is run the ball, score a touchdown.
Uh-huh.
Run the ball. Then it's the 4th quarter, score another touchdown. Cliff getting fired after this game. Dang, he got Cliff Kingsbury getting fired after this game. Week 1. Tough.
That's tough.
All right,
They have two
Cleveland Browns, Kansas City Chiefs. They're gonna be in KC week 1. I got the Browns.
I got the Browns.
Yes, sir.
I got the
Running them
Browns.
back. They about to get that dub like they should have.
Yeah.
They're gonna get smacked week 1, and it ain't gonna be Chad Henne.
Vita and Tua got the Chiefs.
This is purely just a pick off of spite. Dolphins, Patriots. They're going to be in New England week 1.
Patriots.
I got Dolphins.
Dolphin, man. Let's go, Tua. Tua throwing for 3 touchdowns, getting sacked 7 times, but still going to win.
So Deuce and Vita picked the Patriots.
I think there's a stat about Bill Belichick in week 1.
Yeah.
But
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Denver Broncos and the New York Giants. That is going to be a boring game, but I got the Broncos.
I got the Giants winning that one.
I got the Broncos.
Yeah, I think I'm the only one to pick Giants.
Sheesh. That defense is too good, and I think Teddy Bridgewater is good to take them over 500.
That Giants defense is also good.
Can't say the same about their offense. Poor man's Eli Manning and Daniel Jones.
You're right.
Green Bay Packers and the Saints.
Oh man,
that's tough.
Should be
That's
easy.
a tough one. Tough one. Who'd you pick?
Us.
Kamara. Saints.
He's a hater. You don't like the Packers.
Damn.
You're just a hater, dude.
I'm gonna go with the
Probably team
Cheeseheads.
sucks.
He
Team
said that's
sucks.
what your team says. Vita got the Packers by 3. Damn.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I think we win that.
I think you do too. I think you win it on the ground on Aaron Jones. Chicago Bears, LA Rams.
The Rams.
We got the Rams.
Yeah, I think this one gonna be unanimous. The Rams.
Yeah, it was unanimous right here.
The Ravens and the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Damn.
I'm also taking the Raiders.
Damn. Monday Night Football. Is in Las Vegas?
It is in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Ooh, tough.
I'm
That
taking
is
the
tough.
Raiders. First game, new stadium.
I got the Raiders.
Andy Dalton throws 5 picks on 4 passes.
He said 5 picks on 4 passes. Tough.
Oh. And then they immediately insert the backup quarterback, Justin Fields. All right, man. That's what wrapped it up on Monday Night Football. Ravens, Raiders. Vita wrapped it up with the Ravens. I think the Raiders are gonna win by a field goal.
I don't think it's gonna be close in that game. I think that's like one of the other games that's not gonna be close.
I think Henry Ruggs scores 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs comes out and establishes dominance. Darren Waller goes for 80+ yards, maybe like 6 or 7 receptions.
He's gonna have a breakout year this year. Watch.
That defense had the worst year last year.
I blame John Gruden. He's supposed to be a defensive coach. This is what he's doing.
And it got worse.
The Raiders, though, yeah, man, I had to pick the Raiders, man. I don't know. I just do not believe. I think sooner or later, very, very similar to Patrick Mahomes, the league is going to figure out how to stop Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
That defense is horrible. It might be, but there's something about getting in that new stadium, and this might be one of their only wins in the year against the Ravens. The Ravens like to start slow every year too, though. So
3, 4. We got 4 unanimous picks.
who's that? The Rams.
We got the
Panthers.
5. We got the Rams, Panthers, the
Jaguars.
Seahawks, the Niners, and Bills.
Niners, Bills. Okay. The league figured out. It's just really, really tough to do. Facts. Know how to stop Lamar. Still 4.2 speed. Facts. I think this. The only reason I picked the Raiders on this new stadium. Whole new vibes coming into that new stadium. I think Las Vegas is opened up completely. They're gonna have a full stadium. First game. They're gonna win by like a field goal or a touchdown, and then they're probably gonna go on like a 6-game losing streak.
Yeah, Raiders fans are toxic, so it's gonna be loud.
Yep. All right, man. That's pretty much that's pretty much it for the NFL. We got NBA 2K22 releasing this week. Moving into the gaming space. Releases
Mm-hmm.
on Friday. We're 4 days away, and man, we need that to hurry up because we need a new game to play.
Yes, we do.
Apex Legends, man. Apex Legends. What do y'all want to see in the new Legend?
The new legend. Um, Eesh.
I haven't seen Deuce on Apex in a minute. I know he had it updated. I'm back from Vegas doing this rugby thing, but still interested to hear what you got to say. But we'll start with Pilot. Who do you want? What do you want to see in the new Legend? Passive ability, and then their ult.
Man, we pretty much seen it also. The the legends. Maybe a legend that is able to respawn.
Ooh,
Maybe.
like if they're
So
dead,
like
they respawn.
yeah, like
Ooh,
one your ult is to respawn one of them if they're not like respawned out already. If you got their beacon.
ooh. So as long as you have their key card.
Yeah, you can respawn them when your ult comes.
Damn, that would be crazy.
Like without the respawn beacon.
Yeah, without the respawn beacon, just
That
your
would
ult
be
just be the respawn.
crazy. Vita said, "I want to see Bangalore's brother."
Yeah, see her.
Sheesh. Is it? You
Shit, I
stupid.
don't know.
You stupid. What about you, Deuce? What you want to see?
Probably like for ultimate, like anytime if you hit it, like the damage you inflict, you get like a percentage of that damage on yourself.
Ooh,
Like
like it improve like increases your health.
no, like if I hit my ult or my ultimate and you
Mm.
shoot me, like if you do 50 damage to me, you get 25 of it.
Oh, okay. So similar to like the what everybody's been putting out there for a Mirage buff.
Hmm.
Ooh, that'd be nasty. That make you second guess shooting at anybody, especially with all like all of the trackers with Bloodhound, Crypto, Seer. Who else is pretty
Valkyrie.
much a Valkyrie? Oh, that would be crazy. You would hella second guess shooting at somebody, especially if you're like one hit and you stay at a
I,
distance.
I think
Mm-hmm.
it'll help out with like copying, like stopping people from farming.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it's like
That's cool.
you have to sacrifice if you want this 100 damage, you're gonna take 25% damage of what you hit that person with.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Nothing like
Ooh.
crazy, where, like
Yeah.
like of
Like so
course not like
you're still
50%,
gonna get your
but
shield increase, but instead of having to use
mhm.
just a cell, you gotta use a whole battery. Ooh, that's crazy. Vita said we need another medic. That's kind of what I was thinking. Is right now all of the medics are very passive. Right? Like I'm thinking about Lifeline and what the hell's her name? I kind of
Watson.
Watson.
Watson. Lifeline and Watson are the only two. I mean somewhat Gibraltar with his bubble. He gives you that speed revive.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's not really.
But I don't know. I personally want to see another big body. Like, give me a weapon specialist. Like there was a sneak peek about one of the legends before Seer came out where he drops a Titan as like your
Oh yeah,
gun
I seen
turret.
that.
Like that would be dope, but I want to see like give me a weapon specialist big body that comes down and gives you like a rocket as his ult. A rocket or rocket launcher or a grenade launcher.
Uh-huh.
Man, that would change the game. Loba's twin sister for research purposes, maybe give her a prosthetic leg.
Oh God, no.
Hey, that's Octane's sister. What you mean? We know who's
That
gonna
was tough.
make. We know who's gonna make that character.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
That was tough.
All right, so I got another gaming question. Among Us. Among Us. We've been having a couple runs on there. Last couple of weekends, they've been pretty fun. If you are the
Mhm.
killer, what is your strategy?
I have no
I
strategy.
can't, I can't tell you that because then you're gonna pick on when we do play.
Hey man, is this, you know what I'm saying? It's just a question.
For research purposes.
Research
Deuce
purposes.
says he doesn't have a strategy.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I'm gonna be able to tell who the
Like,
killer is anyways, just off of patterns.
like
We're all
I'll
creatures of
go a
habit.
whole game without. I'll go a whole game without killing anybody.
Be the said Deuce and niggas laughing. Hey, I remember the other night we played for 3 hours. I wasn't the killer one time. I spent the whole game
I think
getting
I
killed.
was I think I was killer twice, and one of them I lagged down, and the other one, no, actually 3 times I was the killer.
Bro, the bravest kill that I've ever seen to date is this fool set for killing me while everyone's in there swiping their card. There was 7 people in the admin room. This man walks in, chops my head off. Like, bruh, there's 7 people in this room. You just walk in, chop my head off, and leave. I mean, that's pretty much it for gaming. We'll get into a little bit more post game talk next week. Keep out for a new day for us to go into next week. Sefa
Yeah.
just don't care. He killing broad daylight. Leave two alive. Hey, we gotta leave
Yeah.
two alive for entertainment purposes, solely entertainment purposes.
Mhm.
That's why everyone leaves two alive. He's the third imposter every time. We only have 2 imposters per game unless you're Tua. Then we have 3. Man out here blaming everybody. We'll follow up.
Everybody.
We'll follow up next week on the games. Might be on a Monday, it might be on a Wednesday. Shoot, it might be on a Thursday. But we'll set in a day for the next 2 months so you can see some more consistent faces outside of me and Paula, even though there's some good faces to be seen. I don't care. Mataus top 2 imposters and they not 2. Hey man, hey, nah, don't give her no credit like that. She's over here flossing. We're gonna have to
Voted
get
me out
another
every
game.
time.
Man, we're gonna have to get another Among Us game coming up this weekend. But next week we'll follow up on the games. Probably get into a little bit more WWE, AEW talk. There's been a bunch of movement over this last week, but we'll jump into that next week once more of that develops. All Facts No Feelings is on hold for this week. We'll be back next week. All Facts No Feelings. And if you don't know, now you know. And yeah, we might be giving away some merch soon. But stay tuned. All right, y'all.
Yes, sir.
We'll catch y'all next week. TTE,
Yeah.
baby.